though. You're big MRM WRW Mafia. Come by with the tribe. Kirby, what up though? I'm breaking it down, ground. I'm working my way up. You a way stuck, get your way up. You're looking for pay, cuz I want all of my peoples to wake up. Sleep, Frank Ocean, deep, peak. This not a method the week. Fools, choose. I'm making a break of the rules. Fools, choose. It's the I'm busting the moves. I wake up like this, blessed. Everything else just a test. Stress was created for thinking the less. I'm with the guards, yes. Fact, me and Kirby finessing the beat. 10 toes, MRM we reppin' the street. I am the chief, this is the tribe. I ended the different electrical side. Come get you a vibe. This is my land, is my only reply.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, G, what up? Yeah. Bag in my bag, no book for the papers. Ain't got time for my bitch, cause I'm running up papers. Just like that I keep the flavors, from the lows to the highs. Man, my niggas elevating. Say you got motion, but you niggas just talk. Big dog in the yard, and you bitches just balk. Look me in my eyes, say it with your chest when you talk. Boys do what they can, and men do what they want. Break that shit down, half O's to the pounds. Put my thoughts to action, Jackson's niggas like the stunt of different fabric. Magic happen, pulling rabbits out of hat. Trick you out to life, Houdini, Lord Janie couldn't bring it back. Niggas be capping, say whatever when they rapping. Tell your life story, and what really fucking happened. I can see clearly now that the rain is gone. Actions to my words, you can see me here when they play my song. Forever do the man. And Ladybug, yeah, love is love. Loyal to my children, family first, and putting my heart in every verse.
Yo, the vibes, tribes. This is I Can't Make This Shit Up podcast with myself, Big Chief, not the little one, G the Starflower, melanated god of love. You hearing me? And tonight, this is OGTalk. This is where you sit back, relax, and listen to an OG talk. But I got a special topic tonight that hits different for me. You hear me? TribesTribeUp. And my brother, you know, he motivated me, you know, to do this topic tonight. Because I've been seeing the strong movements being pushed over there, you know, and I've been sitting back patiently waiting, you know, for some of my brothers to go ahead and do their parts within this universe. I remember when I first locked in with this brother, I already knew who he was going to be before he knew. You hear me? I already knew what he was going to be before he knew. You hear me? But let me stop talking. I'm going to give my brother the floor tonight. Welcome. My brother PeedaMan is in the building. You hear me?
Yes, sir. PeedaMan, the son man. The community people in the community know me as Dante Cantwell. As far as community work, people in the streets know me as Pisa. Some of y'all may know me as Coonly Divinity. That's inside the spiritual community that we be in, you know. And my duty. Well, we all got a duty to ourselves. Take care of ourselves, take care of family, and don't forget the community. We have a duty to it. Because as soon as you start to think that you good with just your family, I'm just going to take care of my family, just going to worry about myself. Your family still got to step out in this world. And because you didn't take your duty seriously inside your community that your child got to grow up in, then now they got to come out inside the community because you didn't put any work in, not even on the block that you live on, to create an order of respect for the kids, the residents, the mothers that got to walk their kids through this. So, and we all been through a lot. So the thing for me is I'm focused on the transformation and rehabilitation of our people primarily. I'm focused on the rehabilitation of us all, but the thing is that none of us is focused on our people. We're not putting our people as a priority over other races. We putting other races and other people before our people and the integrity of our people as a whole. Everybody's sticking together. Everybody's in the race and they playing the race right. They playing with each other. They passing the baton. We the only ones that ain't passing the baton to the next one to finish the race off. You
Us.
know, so right now, I want y'all to go follow me at Lakewood Outreach Community Center. I want y'all to go follow Tandea Family. I want y'all to go follow East Monument Main Street. I want y'all to go follow Challenge to Change. These are the people that's doing the real work inside the community called Baltimore City down the hill. This brother right here, he's from that area. And everybody got parts to play. Even him having me up here. I've been already connected with this soul on his podcast and what he trying to bring to the people. Now everybody gotta do their part and keep on going with their journey so we can later align it together. Because everybody's a piece of this puzzle that we call that we trying to figure out. And the people that's before us, the Black Panthers, Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, they all put down some groundwork and don't look at it as they failed. They didn't fail. If you look at the journey through each one of these individuals, it's been advancing step by step by step to advance our peoples. From Marcus Garvey leading up to Malcolm X. Everything has been advancing our people. Now we coming to a whole nother time, to another advancement, and it's happening in Baltimore City in a small area called Down the Hill. Now, what we decided to do, well, we found out through me going with East Mountain Main Street to further the efforts on beautification inside of the environment. We found out that cleaning the environment is the first step to anything. You have to first take care of the environment before you can tell anybody to try to get themselves better. There's no way you can expect somebody to be civilized in an uncivilized environment.
Big facts.
So the first thing is you have to clean up your environment. You have to clean it up, show it some love. Then you can start to talk to people about them taking care of the environment and about the importance of taking care of the environment. But if you're not first doing it yourself, if you're not being the change you want to see, then it's falling on deaf ears because they cannot hear you because they can't see no effort, no actions. So it went from cleaning the environment, doing cleaning the environment. I seen that it was drug addiction. The drug addiction population was keeping them efforts back by keep on dirtying it up. So, but before that, I was offering these people help and everything. I was
I
offering them
remember.
help. Yeah, it was
Not to cut
primary.
you off. I
Yeah, go
remember
ahead,
those
brother. Go ahead.
videos, brother. I remember watching your videos when you was really walking down on people that was, under the influence and doing interviews with them and asking them like, bro, some of them people are smart as hell. You hear me? Like some of them people are smart as a motherfucker. Like I've had conversations with, I don't want to put no labels on nobody, bro, because I'm not one to judge, but
Yeah.
people who choose to do whatever they choose to do. Let me say that. I've had a lot of conversations with those brothers and sisters, and they very intelligent, and if you listen to their stories and how they got to that point, everything will add up. Me personally, I feel like everything started within the households, and that's why I came with the breaking chains and breaking cycles. That's my mission. Killing that weak nigga mindset. That's my mission. Because I feel like that's where it starts. If we don't kill the mindset, we're going to still have these same problems within our communities. No matter what I might want to do, no matter what my brother may want to do, that doesn't mean everybody's going to fall in line with that. So we first have to kill those mindsets, and then we can build from there, and that's what my mission been. But
No, that's a
continue
fact.
on, my brother.
That's a
Continue on.
fact
Well,
because
I
yeah,
definitely gotta say this though. You know, coming from down the hill, like, you know, I man, listen, I don't want to say it like, you know, our area is like the most gangsters area, whatever the case may be. When it comes to Baltimore City, you know, that area down the hill, you know, we separate ourselves from the rest of East Baltimore. We from down the hill, like that's a whole different world. You know what I'm saying? So for this brother to be pushing what he's pushing right now, coming from that area and me knowing everything about that area, that's some
yeah.
powerful shit, bro. I want to salute you on that and give you your flowers, you know, because
Thank you, big brother.
you're the first that I've came across, you know, that was actually doing that. And once I seen that, I said, all right, it's time for me to step it back up, man. So,
Yeah, and you're right though. It gotta change with the mindset first. Like, it's too many real niggas and not enough real men.
mm,
So because we stuck in it, it's a lot of us stuck in a real nigga mindset, but the real nigga only gonna get you but so far.
God,
It's gonna become a time where as though you're gonna have to be a man, and being a real nigga is not gonna be a part in it. So, but the only way is to change your mindset, and the only way and the true way to help change your mindset is to change your environment, change the people you're around. But it's like that's like telling a person like leave your neighborhood and find new people, but they still around these people right now. So it's really about changing your mind, try to figure out how you can change your environment. It's people in your environment that's thinking just like how you thinking. You just gotta find them, and you're gonna have to
mm-hmm,
give chances to some people and fall short. But you gotta learn. But that teach you who not to give chances to, and then you'll learn how to go more. But through helping these people that was homeless, majority of us was white. Majority of them was the drug addicts and the homeless people was white, and I seen that they didn't want the help. I gave it to them, but they I didn't say they didn't want it, but they just wasn't taking the help. So I just locked more into let me prioritize my people. So I ran to a group named Today Family. Chairman Elijah, he was doing this type of work uh like before me. Like, he been established as a 501c3 before me, and I started doing my work, and now we aligned. So now we're actually
joint clicked out, brother.
We actually, my bad, brothers. We actually out here with a team of men, and we patrolling the streets down the hill from Milton to Patterson Park, Madison, Monument to McAldery, and we asking them to get off these resident steps. We've been talking to the residents, we've been talking to the businesses, we've been talking to the people, and we've been already doing the work out here. So now we telling them to get off the steps. We coming with love though. We offering help, but if you don't want the help, you still gotta go. We understand you going through your trauma. That's okay. We understand. But you gotta move and have some respect for these kids that's walking through here. The kids should not have to see L trauma. They shouldn't have to be subject to the trauma spilling and trauma displaying that they showing in the community. And it's gonna take real men to walk in these neighborhoods and tell these fiends to move out the way. These same fiends is people money too. So don't forget that. So it's really a dangerous situation. But the thing is, the community work is over top of gangster, is over top of drug dealers, is over top of everything. So if you stand on as a man and you move in the right combines in the right ways and carry yourself a certain way, then nobody's gonna have nothing to say to you about it. Ain't nothing gonna stop, because it's the duty of God, this duty of the Lord. The universe is sent by the universe for it to be fulfilled. So as long as you keep it right, it's gonna be good. But that's what it's about. It's about us tribing up, city by city, figuring out what can you do to be the change in your city, like
Mm-hmm.
or in your or in your neighborhood. Figure out who's aligned with what you're saying and give people a chance, see what's going on, because it's going to take us. We're going to have to tribe up and understand that these people are trying to make it seem like you're not the solution. They're going to make it seem like they are the solution. You got to go with them to be the solution. You got to bandwagon them to get some type of resources here inside your community. Granted, they got it, but you can find it too. You gotta create 501c3s. You gotta create LLCs. 501c3 is a nonprofit. You create a nonprofit, you can then write out proposals to get free stuff. Or if you become an LLC and your LLC is geared towards the community, you can get a sponsor and then you can still write proposals and get them to send the funds through your sponsor bank account. This is what I'm doing right now. So I'm working on being a CDC, a Community Development Corporation. I already been taking over properties that's abandoned. You know, it's a whole lot of vacants in Baltimore City. So
Big
I've been
fact.
taking over. So I've been taking over properties and helping people with them. So what I understand is that if you read the law and you read, if you got certain questions, you can look up these questions and you can find the answers. You can find out, can you take over a bit? You'll find out squatter laws. You'll find out abatement laws, community abatement laws. Well, so you can take over properties if they're a nuisance to the community, if they're a nuisance to the block. You understand? So I did my research, and that's what I've been doing. So it's really, you gotta figure out what's needed in your neighborhood and figure out how you can attack it. And then you get the legs up under you by doing the paperwork. Make yourself a business. Make an LLC. It don't matter what work you're doing. As long as you talking to people as an LLC, they're gonna respect whatever you're saying. And then you can make the work come behind it. So I'm gonna let y'all brothers get some of what you got to say, but yeah, that's what I'm on. Tribing up and being first, you got to start with your community, bro. After you got yourself and your family together, start with your community, link up, because it ain't gonna happen just by yourself and your organization. You
At
want to
all.
team up with other organizations, other people, and get it together for wherever you at, whatever you trying to do. No matter what you trying to do, but it need to be. And it's not about working with all of us. It's not about working with all black people. It's about working with the certain black people that you can find that's aligned with your agenda. And then y'all will find, then y'all group that get together and lock in, y'all gonna find a whole new group that's on the same thing. And then that's how this thing goes. And I'm speaking from experience and I'm still going through it now. And you follow these pages, you'll see the work that's being put in and that this is real.
For sure. For sure. Definitely appreciate that, bro. Oh, we got our brother in the building, man. I wanted to wait for my brother to stop speaking because, he had a powerful message. Go ahead and introduce yourself, bro. Let them know who you are, where you from. Tribe up. You know the vibes, chief.
Hey yo, I'm brother Abiyah Yashar. I am a historian. I promote the positivity, the consciousness of our people. Basically what my brother doing too, exactly like bringing us together, uniting under a nationality and not going off of foreign doctrines like black and African American and things like that. So, but I promote, self-awareness and shit like that, getting on your standing on your square as far as who you are and what's your purpose, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This brother been doing a lot of work as well. Like the both of my brothers that's sitting here with me right now, I've watched their growth. Literally. From the beginning on up to now, I watched these brothers grow, and I had a voice at one. Well, I'm not gonna say at one point in time. I still have a voice, but I was using it heavily at one point in time on social media platforms, and that's how we all, connected together and shit, and we still rocking. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no separations. It's just everybody understands their missions now, and everybody doing their part. As I've been saying a long time ago, we all have a set role to play within this universe. Know your role and play your part. Once you find that, man, listen, I told him years ago, I can be the water boy. I'm gonna be the best motherfucking water boy you ever seen in your life. Yeah, man. Fuck is they talking about? Everybody want to be head honcho. That's the problem. Everybody want to be the leader of all. Like we all are leaders. And if you ask me, my brother PeedaMan mentioned earlier about the Martin Luther Kings and the Marcus Garveys, the Malcolm X's, and our brothers who had a voice, for our people. And me personally, I feel like they failed because you know, everyone looked at them as that one leader for our people. So that put them in a spotlight, right? But if we all were leaders, what the fuck could they do? Can't take us all out. We all pushing this at one time, powerful as fuck. What? Instead of just one person being looked at as that leader. You know, we're all being looked at as a leader. Shout out to my goddess, Aquarius goddess in the building. Peace and love.
And that's the thing about playing parts, because if we all are the leaders, which we are all leaders, we
Mm-hmm.
all still have a part to play. We must lead inside our part. Be and I understand there's a full leader, as a leader that's the voice, and he has to be the leader because he is the person that got the voice, the image, the look, that has to lead our people. But that don't take nothing away from you being a leader. You being a leader. We all have to understand that we all have a part, and it's a chain of command that we need to have. We
Mm-hmm.
need to have structure so everybody know their place and know their part, and it be no disrespect going on. You feel me? So that's what's needed. You feel me? And but it's like a lot of our brothers gotta go through, like, gotta get rid of some stuff that's in the inside. It's hard with our brothers because it's like we've been through a lot of stuff, from our family making us feel like less of a man, to the world already planting things inside of everything to break us down. As a man, break us down as feeling like we're not a leader. That's why we trying to force and make it seem like we're leaders, and when some we see another leader feel like that they can't be a leader, it only can be one leader through all the doctrination and stuff. You feel me? But that's the thing. We all leaders, but we all gotta understand we have a part. You may not be the face to be the top leader, to you may not be the face of the lead, the whole leadership. You feel me? And you have to, even though you feel as though you should be the face. But if you analyze your brother that is the leader, because the thing about being a leader of the leadership is that a true leader gets appointed. He don't make himself a leader. So you will see that. So if it's somebody that's trying to get appointed the leader, then you know it's suspect leadership there. It's usually the person that's not even trying to be the leader that get pushed towards it. You feel me? But
That's crazy.
yeah,
It's crazy that you said that, bro. I felt that. I definitely felt that. I felt that, you know, because I was that person. I'm not gonna hold you. I was that person. Like, I wasn't trying to be no leader, and I still say that to this day. Like, you know, I'm not your leader. You feel me? Like, I'm not here to lead any of y'all. I'm just here to help y'all understand who you truly are. That's my purposes. You know what I'm saying? But yet people still look at me as that leader, you know. But like I said, by me knowing, you know, what has happened to our brothers that play those positions, you know what I'm saying? I would rather be in a circle of leaders instead of me just being that one leader, you know. You know what I'm saying? We all leaders, you know.
you
Let's
gotta
build
accept
as
that
one.
though. Yeah, but it's like if you get pushed by the whole group that you are the leader, you gotta accept that. You understand what I'm saying? You have to accept that, even though you don't want to be that, because that's what the universe is calling of you. And you know it because you ain't going for it. You ain't trying to be it. But you can mess everything up. You can, like, by not taking your duty, not by not going to what you're supposed to do, you can mess your situation up and your people up, because because a person might be caught up on what they portray a leader is, and but you are a leader. So if somebody appoints you a leader, then you gotta take that. And that was some of the cases of Malcolm X and stuff like that. I believe. I don't know. You feel me? But
Yeah.
some of these, yeah, you feel me? They had to take that. You feel me? They had a good voice with inside their system, and they said, listen, you gotta be the leader. He probably didn't want to be it, but that's what stage I'm in right now. It's like I don't want to. I'm not trying to be a leader, but everybody's pushing me right there to lead. So it's like I gotta do the duties of the universe. At this point, it ain't even them. It's the universe working through them, analyzing me and letting them and giving them eyes to see. You feel me? Helping them open their eyes up to see what's going on.
Facts.
Can we put this
Facts.
out in the universe? Malcolm X and Martin Luther King were two of the worst leaders that we ever had.
Mm.
They were
Mm.
the, and I say that because during my studies of like all of these religions and these false, uh, systems that they were up under, they were compromised in a way to where they didn't lead us into the right path, which is why we in this position. Just like Martin Luther King, he basically came out and said he led us into a burning house, a house that was on fire.
Mm.
So he shouldn't be upheld. He shouldn't be upheld at such a high standard when he was not a good leader. He was a horrible leader. Because if you're gonna lead your people, he led us into the wrong way. It's
Mm.
the same as Malcolm X. You know, they
Mm.
led us they led us astray from our actual nationality, our
Mm.
actual heritage.
I
They
can
didn't give
agree
us
with
no
that.
game. They sold us out, and now we have to work harder, twice as harder as any other nation on this planet because of that false leadership. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? That's
Mm.
why discernment is very important to teach our people as well. Because we'll go with the people in these business suits. We'll go with the people that look a certain way, but we always get bamboozled by the way they look because we don't test their actual fruits that they bear. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah, see, I agree with you.
Understood.
I can agree with that. But it's like, but I analyzed it from that point before, but then I also seen like at the understanding of Marcus Garvey story, I'm saying that they was going the way that they knew that was right. Like Martin went his peaceful route because he seen that Garvey, he really wasn't he got a lot of done without trying to hurt nobody. Like everybody studied Garvey. If y'all don't notice, they all took a piece from him. So he studied Garvey's side and seen that he got a lot accomplished by not trying to hurt anything, not trying to rebel against nothing. Malcolm X seen the other side of Garvey Wells, though he got taken advantage because he did not defend himself. He did not stand up hard enough for his people. So it's like both of them took their routes, but it's like if they would have put it together,
Mm-hmm.
because like if they would have put it together, then we could have got somewhere. Because
Right.
the peaceful route is getting you where you need to go at, right? In front of these people, but they still playing with you. Now Malcolm X side, it would have burned that in. Well, as though stop playing with me. We want it
Mhm.
now. And they was supposed to leverage that with what they want. So you supposed to have Malcolm Martin asking what we want, and Malcolm telling you if you don't give us what we want, we're gonna do this.
Yeah,
So it's like,
Exactly.
he was definitely the
right,
aggressor.
right. So
Yeah, I get where
You
right,
you're
needed,
going with
you
this,
needed,
bro.
yeah, you
I get
needed,
where
you
you're
needed
going with
more.
that.
You needed Martin to be the brains and Malcolm to be the muscle. You know what I mean? Or
right.
maybe Marcus Garvey to be the brains, Malcolm to be the muscle,
Nah.
and Martin to be the heart. You know what I mean?
We're gonna leave Garvey out of it. We're just gonna keep it on Martin and Malcolm. See, that's why they played them against each other. That's why in the media they try to make it seem like it was something that it wasn't to the masses and to them, because they knew if they got on the same track, it would have been a done deal. Now it looked like they sold their people out. Now it looked like that. I don't have no problem with you taking that in for real. But I see it's a bigger play that's in play. It's a bigger play that they doing. Because if you know about COINTELPRO, and what that entails and what that's about, it's about using media to mess up character. So it's like they want us to believe that they sold us out, so you would never even try to get up on nothing because you believe your own people gonna sell you out anyways. You feel me?
Mm.
So everything ain't no lie. Something is true. You feel me? And And I'm looking at the proof in the pudding, and I'm looking at what they got put in play, and I'm seeing how Martin and Malcolm got put against each other and the routes they was taking. And I know the history before that with Garvey and stuff, so I'm aligning all this together. You feel me? So if these guys didn't get a pit against each other, that's why I believe they got each other to get pit against each other in forms of fashion. They got them to sell out their people too, but I don't think they consciously did it. Now they sold their people out. I'm not even going to go against that, but they got
Right.
dictated in a way. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They could have got swindled
I,
or bamboozled. They could have been. It's a possibility. You know what I mean? They didn't know consciously. They was unconscious of what they were doing. It could have
Mm-hmm.
been a possibility in that too. You know what I mean? That's why we
I,
not bashing. I'm not bashing them.
I
I'm
know.
just saying we should be more cautious of who we allow to lead us
For real.
because of things in the past that we have to narrate now and control now because of the ignorance of our so-called leaders of the past. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
it. That's what I'm saying.
you had something you want to say, Chief? Big Chief?
uh, I feel like a lot of what others have tried to do was broadcasted too much. I feel like that plays a role in the failures. You know, everything
Uh-huh.
has been broadcast, and we all know who run these social media platforms, the news, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if we're broadcasting everything that we're trying to do with the building and all of that, they see this shit. We let these motherfuckers know what we're trying to do. So of course they're gonna come up with a plan to come in between that shit. Like I feel like
Uh-huh.
the government plays a part in the Blood and the Crips having war against each other. I feel like the government plays a part in the BDs and the GDs, any gangs that's against each other. I personally feel like the government played a role within that. You know, if y'all think back on a lot of the movies and shit where they planted people in these organizations and shit, right? Planted
Right.
people, you know, to rowdy things up. You know what I'm saying? So that makes me feel like they've been doing this type of shit. You know, they've been doing this type of shit. So it's like if I feel like we should use these social media platforms to build across the world because everyone is from different areas and things like that. Now, once we connect with the people, you know, let's take it off social media. We no longer have to push anything on social media platforms. We already building behind closed doors. I guarantee you we can make some powerful moves then. You know, connect on these social media platforms, but do the
Yeah.
building, the speaking, the round tables at Big Mama's house behind closed doors. You know,
Facts.
so therefore we're not
Like this.
letting them know what we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm. See, this
Mhm.
is. I feel like like you said, that's what we should use for social media. Like I feel like social media need to be used as media, letting people know what we want them to see, letting people see what we want them to see, which is the work and what's really being done, but
Mhm.
not telling too much. That's what we like. You
Yeah,
said
not telling too
we
much.
talk
That's all.
about what the real goals is in the background and do the work in the background, and then let y'all see the work that's being done that we ain't talking about. You
Facts.
feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that's what it need to be used for, so we can show people. You gotta understand. You gotta know exactly what you want to show the people, and show the people that, and show them exactly uh what's being done instead of keep talking about what's being done. That's why we getting.
Mm.
That's why we getting hit early because we talking about the work before we do the work.
Come on now.
You
Come on
understand?
now.
So
Pretty
Preach.
much.
you feel me? We need to be doing the work and then talk about the work we already done,
Facts.
But
and not.
that's where the agents come in, because that's where the agents come in and infiltrate certain groups and they spill beans and they they did it to all the fucking greatest the greatest groups like the Black Panthers, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The 5%ers, you know what I'm saying? The
Mm-hmm.
Nation of Islam, you know what I mean? Christianity, whatever you want to, any organization It's
Mm-hmm.
all been infiltrated. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Through agents. You know what I'm saying? Of darkness. They is pushing agendas within the church. They is pushing
Mm-hmm.
agendas within religions. They pushing agendas, and it's everywhere. It's basically you can't get away.
You
It's
can't get
everywhere.
away. You just
You
got to
can't get
know
away
who's
from
who.
it.
Hey,
You
bro,
just gotta
why
go
you
on
think
and
I
prove.
used to say shit to certain people that used to join the lobs and shit? Right? I'll be there. I'll be in the cut, man. I see a certain motherfucker pull up. I like, oh no, I see what's going on here. Let me pull up now. You know, I be
What?
knowing who's who, bro. I be reading energy, man.
You
And
know
this
you
motherfucker
know
that,
how many trolls done came in my how many trolls came in my
man,
fan when we were doing
big
this?
facts.
Big,
And
I'm
there's
talking
only
about
one time I actually seen you go off, and that was the last live I was on with you. I say, oh yeah, bro
what?
fed up with that shit. That nigga say, oh no, I'm not gonna let you come up here and speak this bullshit on my live. Hell no,
Yeah,
Word up,
not
yo.
today. You know,
Not today.
not
and be,
today.
and because everybody, because you can't hide from it, because there's so much bull crap out here. But the thing is, it's something out here that's connected with you. It's some truth out here past the bull crap, right? So
For
with the
sure.
bull
Mhm.
crap, but with the bull crap being so much, you had to feed everything with a long spoon. So you're gonna have to give some people a chance just to see that they're not worth giving a chance to again. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because people look like they're doing what you think they're doing, but they really not. So you
Facts.
gotta make it seem like you give me your whole hand, but the whole time they don't know. You only gave them your finger real quick. You feel me?
Facts.
You just seen a little bit real quick just to see something, but they don't know that though. And
Yeah.
that's how you
Mhm.
gotta do them. But also you have to see the work that they really putting in, the real core work that they putting in for their self, their family, and
Yep.
their community, and that'll
Mm-hmm.
show who's who. That shows
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
who's
sir.
who right there.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
And
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
and that's how you
Hey.
dissect and deal with the right people.
I agree 100%, Chief. It's crazy because it's like I spoke on that before. You know, a lot of brothers and sisters that we all have ran across on social media that be speaking highly of themselves and these powerful messages that they be delivering out here. It sounds good, but is it? These people have households where it's things going on within those households, and it's like y'all children out here conducting themselves a certain type of way. So how the fuck could I believe what you're trying to push to me, and you can't even store this shit into your own child? You
Right.
know, I told y'all, well, I ain't tell y'all shit, but you know, me personally, I feel like everything starts within the household, right? So if you
Mhm.
can't fix your household, how the fuck you gonna fix anything else? If you can't build within your own home, how the fuck you gonna build with me? How?
You can't.
Can't. It ain't gonna go all the way right. It's gonna fall. It ain't gonna hit right. It ain't you because you ain't got that real because you ain't really doing it with inside your family. See, that's what I realized. Like you gotta take. That's why you gotta take care of yourself. Because without yourself, you can't even take care of your family. You gotta
Yo,
get your mental together and your heart together to even deal with your family. Then after that, then that's when you deal with your family. And nothing, and everything don't have to be 100% for you to go to the next thing. Things need to be stable and going in the right direction with some order. And then you can go to the next level of things for real. So yeah, you can't do it. You can't do it if you don't got what you got stable first. Like if you ain't got your family stable enough, well as though you know how you operate and you know you got a system going on and it's going how it's supposed to be going, then going to the community and trying to do some work with some kids and you ain't got your own kids like right as far as how you want to deal with them and you deal with them how you want to deal with them positively, then ain't no way it's gonna funnel into anything else. So yeah, that's a fact, bro.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Real shit. Real shit.
That's a
I
fact.
agree 100%. You know, but like I said, bro, and I'm pretty sure we all have seen, you know, these same movements being pushed. You know, and that's why you remember PeedaMan what I said in the comments on that post, and I was like, you know, Let's talk about that though, real quick. You know, because
Yeah,
that's some powerful shit that was being done. You know, shout out to Detroit. We had the brothers from Detroit to come down to our city and shit. You know, and push this unity movement and shit. That was something very powerful, bro. When I seen that, I say, "Oh yeah, now we doing something.
yeah.
Now we doing something. You know, now we doing something. Now it's making sense. You know." But
So the
go
new
ahead,
era,
bro.
so the new era Detroit people, the guy Ned Zeke, he got an organization called New Era Detroit, and he be pushing peace. Well, he be in the streets, like going block for block in Detroit, talking to the hustlers, talking to helping the kids. He be real out in depth with the city. So, but he be going to other cities all the way in the hood, like how he came to Baltimore. What he trying to do is connect. Well, I don't know if that's totally his agenda, but I see what can be done through what he's doing. So, what I see that him doing is connecting all the grassroots organizations statewide, countrywide, so we can all connect and be under one agenda, and at a button just like that, we can do something. We can all go at every councilman building at once at one time if we all connected around the country. Things like that I see that he's trying to do. So he's going from Philly, Chicago, Detroit, all across the country to connect everybody as one so we can all be connected across the states. So he came here and he walked through the streets with us to show that we what we want to do for our city is to show that it's other people that's coming in that's concerned about what's going on here too, and they willing to help us too with what's going on. They backing us. So we wanted to show people like you ain't by yourself here. It ain't just you. You got other people outside this state and city that's willing to contribute to whatever's going on down here. That's what we displayed and was trying to show. And far as his level is that he's connecting, he's showing that we need to go statewide to connect with our people, connect with connect with our people that we see doing the work
That's a
across the
fact.
country.
That's a fact. That's a
So
fact. It's crazy. 'Cause that
yeah,
take me back to I don't know if you remember, bro. I said it on y'all one of y'all lives and shit about the DVD back in the day called Hood to Hood and shit. And where
mm-hmm,
they used to take the camera and go to different people's hoods and shit like that. You know, I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I say, man, I feel like that's something that need to be done. You know, if
Hell
niggas going to different hoods, different people areas and shit and pushing that. But it takes a real nigga, you know, a real nigga, which I say you gotta be a man before anything, you know. Fuck that real nigga label. You have to be a man before
yeah,
anything, but it takes a real one to, you know, really step out there and do that type of shit. You know,
But hey,
go to
yo,
other areas.
I tell you one organization that do really get down and they go out there and I done witnessed it with my own eyes is the Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Like Hebrew Israelites, they doing everything that the brother was talking about. Like they go worldwide, they go door to door, they on the corners, they on the streets, they out there, up there on the like they in the war, like they always in the battle. Like anytime you catch them, they outside. You know what I mean? You catch
see,
them anywhere. They
that's
done been
slightly
to
different.
Africa, India, Asia. They done been everywhere they can possibly go to spread the word and awareness and get our people to wake the fuck up. Like I done
See,
seen them go to neighborhoods in my city, like in Dallas, like to the rural places, like where they barbecuing and shaking ass, like they go over there with the word, like they not afraid to actually step in that battlefield. So
Right.
I'm just giving them they props because they doing things that we could pay attention to and actually apply to our movements, like actually
Mm-hmm.
putting boots on the ground, like about
Mm-hmm.
this Aboriginal shit. Like if we gonna do it like them, we gonna do it on some Aboriginal shit. Attack the
Facts.
ground, books in
Facts.
hand, tell these niggas feathers on the head, dressed all in our gear, and let them
Mm-hmm.
know we here. Like we not going nowhere. We coming to every fucking neighborhood. We're not fucking out. We doing what we do. We showing niggas, telling You know what I'm saying? That's putting
Yeah.
boots on the ground. You got about 10 deep niggas ready to go in and really tell these niggas, you just wake up. It's time to come together. That's what it's about.
See,
You know what
yeah,
I
see,
mean?
that's what I was doing. I
Greedy.
was doing that.
Shout out to the brother,
I'm about
not to
to.
cut y'all off real quick, bro. Shout out to my brother Abraham in the building. Shout out
No,
to
no.
my brother Chief
Peace,
T
God.
Money in the building. I'm gonna
Yo,
give a real
peace,
big
God.
shout out
Yes,
to our
sir.
brother Chief T Money, right? And the reason why I
Hey,
have to give a very big shout out to bro right now because he's the reason why all of us is connected. You know,
Yeah.
he is the
Man,
that's
reason
T
why all
Money.
true.
of us is connected. Let's just throw
Yeah,
that out there real
Yes,
quick.
sir.
Shout out to Chief
brother
T
T.
Money, man.
T
You hear me?
Money.
Shout
Young
out to
brother too.
Real word
Yeah.
up.
Peace
And
and
my
love,
boy
my brother.
intelligent, bro. If y'all want to know who devising the plan in the background, get at your boy T Money, man.
Yes, sir.
Big
He doing
facts.
cold.
Big
That boy got
facts.
that knowledge, that shit,
Yes, sir.
that ether that make your soul burn slow. I'm telling
Oh
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely got a
Yeah.
plan. You hear me? Motherfuckers trying to build nations out here. You hear me?
Word
What? Yeah, all right.
up.
I'm gonna go ahead and take this route. You hear me? I'm
Yeah.
talking about got it all mapped out too. Got it
He
Yes,
all
sir.
knew.
mapped out. You know.
Facts.
But like I told him personally behind closed doors, I get all that. And that's definitely what needs to be done. But it's like, the people that, you're trying to do this with, reach that level of understanding self, and if a
Mhm.
person hasn't reached that level, it's nothing we can do as a collective. You
Oh,
have
no,
to do the work within self first, the healing from the
exactly.
traumas, the trials, the tribulations. It's people that still healing
Exactly.
out here. People still have
They are.
issues out here,
Facts.
but
Yes.
they speak highly if they're on that. But I be looking like, nah.
No, that's why
You
we
ain't.
need strong men like us that's emotionally intelligent, that's
Mm-hmm.
ready to go out there and ready to equip and go to war. Because we understand that we at war. We understand that we coming in peace, but nigga, we could go there and at any
Go there.
time it
Yeah,
could go
yeah,
dangerous. Because we
yeah.
coming in that
Big facts.
dangerous zone where we know who our people is. They go want to kill us. They go want to crucify us like Jesus Christ for telling them anything that's going to correct their life. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mm-hmm.
going to put them on the right path. That's just how
Mm-hmm.
it's always been in every kingdom that we was ever in. It's always been like that. When the
So,
righteous brothers woke up to correct these brothers, they didn't like it. They
no.
couldn't take it. They had cognitive dissonance, and they didn't want to change. And but so you have to give it to them hard. You can't give it to them soft. You got to talk to them crazy how they know to
Yeah,
get to sleep in their fucking head because they're not
yeah.
gonna listen to you when you come all calm and cool and
Mm-hmm.
collective. You gotta talk that shit. You gotta be like, wake the fuck up, nigga.
Big
You
facts.
know what I'm
That's
Big
saying?
definitely a
facts.
balance. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
So,
listen.
so I want to speak on the Israelite thing. You were saying like how the Israelites go in the streets. Like, you had
Yeah,
something else you want to say, Big Chief? Though, real quick.
No, I was going out just, piggybacking on what bro said.
All
I
right.
remember I said I'm tired of whispering in niggas' ears, and I'm not doing the whispering in your ears no more, man. I'm yelling at you
Yeah.
no doubt.
Nah.
motherfuckers, bro. Y'all
I'm
get
Yeah.
tough
screaming
love
at
from
you.
Big Chief now. I'm
It's,
sorry.
I'm
That's
screaming
that's what
at
I'm
you
pushing
now.
out here.
I'm hollering
Hmm.
that shit out. I'm screaming
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah,
Like I got the bull. Oh, hey, get
yeah,
up.
see,
yeah. The
that's
blowhorn
going. It's
yelling in
going
them
to take
niggas'
a.
ears.
It's going to take a balance though, because like
Oh, for
you
sure.
going, yeah, because but the only way to get the balance is to scream at them first, like to scream at them though. Like after you done whisper to them, you see they ain't taking the whisper, you gotta scream at them, and then
Word.
after they taking the screaming like, oh damn yo, you could have said it a little better. I hear what you're saying now, but you could have said it better. That's when you hit them with a little bit of
Yeah.
whisper. You bring it down a little bit. You feel me? You gotta
Mm-hmm.
know when to bring it down and see that a person is catching on a little bit now. You feel me? So you gotta
Right.
like topsy turvy, but far as
Wait,
the
but what
Israel,
you doing though, Peter, man?
yeah,
Not even to cut you off,
yeah,
bro.
go
I
ahead.
gotta keep giving
We
those
like
flowers
counsel.
because
You gotta be like
you,
a
you, you,
counselor
you,
there.
you, you,
Yeah.
let me say this. Listen, you walk in my talk.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all get that? You catch
Yeah.
that? You walking my talk. I mean, like you putting the footwork in. And it's in and it's in an area that I come from, literally. That area made me. You know what I'm saying? I can get deeper within the shit, with that. But to see you doing the footwork,
that's why I
coming
want to
from where
speak on
I
the
come
Israelite
from,
thing.
that's some powerful shit, bro. And I respect that.
Because the Israelite thing, right? Me and my brother was out doing what he was saying, like going to different hoods, but we wasn't going all the way in the hoods with the Israelite thing. But the thing is, though, that's what the Israelites do. But the thing is that slightly different is that because the Israelites, they go into different hoods preaching the word. You understand? It's different when you go into a hood saying the word versus when you go into this hood telling people stop using these drugs in the public. Yo, y'all not even taking care of the residents that's living here, and y'all want to keep on selling all these drugs. Y'all don't even take care of the grandmothers that's on the block. Y'all don't take care of the trash or nothing. Like, it's different when you go into a block telling these people that versus, yo, you are the true people and this, that, and the third. It's going to really come with some hate and some disagreement when you get to talking to them about real community stuff. You feel me? That they need to tighten up on. You understand? It's like that's what the Muslims was really doing. Like no drug dealing, no this, that, and the third. But they was everybody start going too far deep into whatever the fuck they start doing. It's like you can't make this shit up.
Can't
That
make
shit got
this shit up. You
wishy-washy.
heard me.
Like all them religions, all them organizations, they got wishy-washy, bro. They got
Big
tipsy
facts.
tossy. Like, you know what I
Big
mean? It was
facts.
like a teetle toddle. You don't know you know what I mean? You don't know what to
Uh,
trust with that shit, yo. That's
And
I
what
that's
mean,
pulled
why.
me out.
even when it comes to the Israelites, ain't they the ones that be out there and they be reading certain verses from that book?
Yeah,
So all
they
right,
do the
that's what I don't
precepts.
respect. That part
They
right
do
there.
the precepts
You
on the
know,
book.
uh,
But I
like
done
like
seen that book. I done seen that book infuriate some of the most interesting characters you could ever run across. Like that
uh,
bitch will have niggas so hot, ready to
Yes.
like it'll have niggas so mad, jumping out they body, they spirit
Yes.
literally jumping
Yes.
out they body from that word. Like that shit been so powerful. And then when it's coming from a black man, like it like just it's different when it's coming from a black man. Like, cause
Let me
we ain't respected.
speak
So
on
when
it.
that shit be coming from the black man, that shit be so powerful. That shit be making you mad, and cause sometimes it'll hit home for you. You be like, damn, I can relate to this, or they niggas saying something I ain't never. It just it's. That's why I say, I the book. The book is powerful. Now, some of the people that read the
uh,
book are corrupt. You know what I'm saying?
See, all right.
I mean,
So this is the thing
I
about
be trying to personally get all people's mindsets outside of that book and get them to become the book. Like, you
Right,
are the book. I said
right,
this on my podcast a couple of weeks ago, bro. I said, read me your story.
right.
Instead of telling me that story, you know,
right.
because
See,
none of us
yeah,
know that
yeah,
there's any real truths within that shit. First and foremost, man, Christianity, that's a European religion, right? Ain't
Mm-hmm.
none of us Europeans. So I told this to a brother on my job the other
what did I
day. That's
tell
the
you?
reason I
Don't
was
come
laid
in here.
off from
Don't.
work
You can
for
watch it from
2 days,
afar.
my brothers. If I gotta get personal
Right.
with it.
All right,
Because I
all
was
right.
speaking
Okay,
against some shit that this brother was trying to deliver to some younger brothers on the job. You know what I'm saying? And my voice is very
Mm-hmm.
powerful. So, and y'all know I speak with a lot of
you sit and
aggression,
watch
but
my
it's
afar.
really passion. But they think that I'm angry. They think that I'm mad. That's really not what it is. That's just a lot of passion behind my words because I mean
Right.
this. This shit is coming from within, so they felt some type of way about that, took it a certain type of way. And, I've been laid off for 2 days now. You know what I'm saying? From me speaking my truth. You know what I'm saying? So, but bro, that's the part I don't respect
When
right
you
there
say that
because I feel
statement,
like
when you say that statement that we ain't Europeans, that could kind of go under scrutiny with this with the studies that been going on. It's based on the fact that the first Europeans were so-called Negroes. They were black people. Like they were your your royals, your nobles, your kings, your highnesses, and all of that shit. So a lot of those bloodlines, you know, did come when they came to America. They did mingle within some of the American Indian tribes. So you know, you got blends and mixtures of some of our those royal families over there is mixed in with a lot of the indigenous bloodlines that was in America. So some of our people could be or have some type of European background. You know, they could be have some type of royal bloodline, you know, as far as
But I mean,
overseas.
I'm saying, as far as the aboriginals of this land, I don't like. We wasn't religious people. We were always spiritual. I don't feel like religion had anything to do with who we are. And we
Right,
all three of us know that shit was forced on our people. We
right,
all know that. That shit was forced on our people. That's not who the fuck we are. You know,
right,
but
Let's say this then. Let's say this then. That's how I see it. It's truth in all these books right
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. So I mean, if it's truth in all these books, that somebody's getting the truth from somewhere, right? It ain't even matter where the truth coming from, right? But listen, it's
Mm-hmm.
truth in all these books. The thing
mm,
is that these people is taking that real truth right there and making their own philosophies off it. So they'll take the bit of
Mm-hmm.
truth and then start mixing what they believe in it, and then they
Mm-hmm.
create a whole different thing of what they believe, rules, sets, and
Mm-hmm.
everything inside of it. So once you get inside this religion, you be dive so far deep into something that ain't true no more.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that's what that's what the so-called white man did, because the white man came in and he took the actual truths of the actual book, and he mixed his ideas and his belief into the book, which is Christianity. Because when you actually read the book, you'll see Christianity is nowhere in the text,
Mm-hmm.
literally nowhere in the text. So Christianity is a form of European indoctrination. The Bible has nothing to do with Christianity at all. That's what our people
Mm-hmm.
have yet to put
I
into a
understand. Yeah.
serious perspective. Because the white man, the so-called white man, is the one who did all these theories and came up with all these ideologies. And
Big
even
facts.
to put Jesus on a pedestal, that was the so-called white man. Because see, we didn't worship a man. We worship what was within, which is God, the most high, the
Mm-hmm.
spirit. So
Mm-hmm.
we knew that already. But we let these people come and give us an idol, give us something to worship that was outside of ourselves. But the
Mm-hmm.
Bible don't speak about that. The Bible speak against idol worship. The Bible says everything that we say in the spirit. Like
Mm-hmm.
it says, don't idol worship. It says you are a God. It says you
Mm-hmm.
may create your own destiny. It
Mm-hmm.
says you save yourself. It says everything that we say. So that's why
Mm-hmm.
I don't, that's the basis of the knowledge that we all speak, even though we speak it in our own words. The shit has already been said through our heritage, our prophets, our blood. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's a
Yeah, no, that's
fact.
the
I
truth.
I could agree with that, right? Because my sister, my blood sister, she goes to church. She practices religions and things, right? So, we always have our back and forths all the time and shit, right? So she one day she like, well, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of what you be saying, I be reading in the Bible. I said, okay, well then that should make a lot of what I'm saying make sense to you. I don't study the Bible. So if
Exactly.
you telling me shit that I'm speaking the truths
Yes.
within, because I don't read shit. I'm just giving y'all
Right.
my truths, and you're
Yes.
telling me that you've heard all of this within that
Yes.
Bible that you're reading, what that's telling you. What is
That is
that
the
telling you?
truth. That is the truth.
Okay.
That is the
Okay.
truth. You know what I mean? That it was already here, that it was already written, that it was already in your heritage, in your bloodline. It's your people.
Mm-hmm.
It's your thoughts. We gonna say we just saying it the same thing in a different way.
Big facts.
And we've
Big
been doing
facts.
that. We've been doing that
Mm-hmm.
for centuries, for
Mm-hmm.
thousands, thousands, and thousands and thousands of years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why.
in different kingdoms. You was an Egyptian. You was Egyptian one time, and you was doing the same shit.
Mm.
You was over there prophesizing, talking the same shit that was in the Bible. Yeah, somebody cover, nigga. Yeah, we getting up out of here. We ain't fucking with you Egyptians no more. Y'all tripping. And
That's
guess what? It happened. Somebody came and got us up out of there. You know what I mean?
Big
Every
fact.
time somebody came and got us up out of there, because who came with the voice? The children, the book, the people of the book. That came with the voice and said, let us up out of here. It's time to go. We done built y'all shit up. We got y'all shit looking good. Now it's time for us to go. You heard me? So we can build our own shit. You know what I mean?
that's why I don't get caught up on religion and people saying what their religion is. I'm trying to hear what is your thoughts. What do you
Right.
believe? What is you on for real? Because we all saying the same thing. It doesn't matter. It's about what is your intent? What is your intent behind what you're trying to do with your people?
Facts.
That's what it's about. So when people get
Yeah.
all that shit is a distraction for the ones that truly understand that we all saying the same thing. And once we get
All
and
saying the
once
same thing.
and what I understand is that the most of the truth is in the Bible, and I know this through life because I don't go off of words. I don't go off of these books and none of that. Like because the true example of what you need to do going to show through life, like just experiencing
Right.
life and listen to your elders and analyzing what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? Then everything gonna come to it and talking and meditating and praying and stuff. That's gonna get you all the answers you need. And then
Yes,
life
sir.
gonna show you everything you asking for through meditation and prayer. You
Right.
understand? So I don't even get. That's how I know. So when I hear things from the Bible and people recite scriptures to me, I use that as confirmation of what I already learned from what been sent to me
Facts.
through meditation.
And
Man,
yo,
how many
it's a
times
book.
y'all heard me say that
Yo,
I'm learning life by living it? You know, you have to go through the experiences. You know, that's
Yes.
where truth comes. Like,
Yes.
it's no truth if I haven't experienced this shit. It's only truth to me if I experience it. You know,
right.
truth don't come from what something that came out of someone else's mouth. You know, a
Yep.
lot of shit may resonate with me. It may sound good, whatever the case may be. But if I have not experienced this shit, it's
Right.
not truth to me. I speak truth based off of my life, the things that I've experienced along my journey. That's
Right.
where my truths come from.
Yo,
You
brother,
know?
are you familiar with a precept?
Uh-uh.
Okay, a precept is like proving something happened that was recorded by something that's recorded again, and it's over again, and somebody saying the same thing over again, and you could go back and so it's just like what you saying. Somebody lived your story, so somebody has a precept
Right.
that you can go back and prove what you saying is correct. That's what a precept is. And that's how the Bible is supposed to be taught. It's not supposed to be taught like how we read it as a storybook. We're supposed to teach it as a precept. So you have things that happen in there that you could go back and another person saying the same shit. You like, damn. Then you go back again, it's some more years and the same person saying the same shit. And then you go back to 4 years and the same nigga, he said the same shit. And
That's
Right.
why.
that's how you prove
Yeah.
you reproof yourself
Yeah.
with in this world in the same shit. So you is a walking and living, breathing precept. You know what I mean?
That's why when you preach the word, you supposed
Word.
to include your life experiences in it so it can align with people. Like,
Yeah,
cause people connect more with what you saying happened to you. Cause whatever happened to you happened to somebody else. We live in precepts, like you said. So
Come
whatever
on.
happened to me, I'm pretty sure it happened to you too, or somebody you know. So you supposed to
yeah,
say your life experiences so they can connect to the words that you reading from the Bible, so you can all connect. You
bang.
feel me?
Come on now.
All
Talk to
connects.
him, my
It's how
brothers.
all
Talk
this
to
shit
him.
is
So
all
so
connected.
so so that means that if you using your true experience of life to connect the things to the Bible to people, that means that all you really gotta do is speak your truth, speak your life, because everybody is connected to, everybody's done been through, nothing's new under the sun. Somebody been through what you done been through. So
Exactly.
it's more about,
Exactly.
it's more
How
about,
many times have
yeah.
y'all heard me say that though, my brothers? When I
That's a
said it's
fact.
meant for you to use your voice, I've said this to both of
Yes, you
y'all brothers.
did.
You know,
Yes.
I said it's meant for you to use your voice because you never know. It's someone out here who's going through the same exact shit you went through. So it's
Yeah.
meant for you to use your voice, speak your truth, your story, because your truth is based off of your experiences. That's
Mm-hmm.
all, and that's it. If you have
Uh-huh.
not experienced this shit, you should not be speaking on it.
That's a
I'm
fact.
a very good listener because I'm going to listen to those who have experienced things that I've never experienced. I like to hear your story. You hear me? That's what I
Yeah.
want to hear. Read me your motherfucking book.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
And you're kind of
That's how
tricky
we do
though.
that.
And you're kind of tricky. Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. Like, you're not wrong, but just for the sake of people that don't fully understand what you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of get kind of tricky when you tell people I don't want to hear it whenever you didn't experience it. Now I understand exactly where you're coming at with it, and I agree. But for the viewers that cannot connect with it on that level, it get kind of tricky because like me, I just said things to people that I didn't experience, I didn't know nothing about, but I study life and study certain things that I knew that if I do this, this is what's going to happen, and they couldn't
Right.
believe it based, yeah, and they couldn't believe it based off of me not, they didn't see me go through it, they ain't see none of the
Exactly.
value, they ain't see none of the prizes and everything that comes with what I'm
Mhm.
saying. So once everything start coming, then they like, okay, I'm trying to get behind what you're saying because I see that you experienced. But I already been telling you before I even experienced
Yeah.
it.
But
Yes.
Because
that's the
Because I'm going
thing.
to overanalyze it. I'm going to
yes,
overanalyze it. So
yeah,
I'm going to analyze the whole situation before, even if I ain't experienced the situation, I can analyze it from a pinpoint and still get the situation or the experience and make a proper decision of if I want to go through that
right.
experience. You know
So
what
it's
But
like
I'm
if you didn't,
that's like the
yeah,
young brothers in our neighborhoods, right? You know, it's brothers, you know, that be speaking and have a voice and they be trying to speak to the youth, you know, but yet these are brothers that really never been through what the youth has been through, right?
yeah,
Right
saying?
versus one of us, right? You
Right.
know, who they know actually been through these things speaking. All right, I could really
Hmm.
listen to him because I know for a fact he from my neighborhood. He been through this. That's why I'm saying I respect what my brother is doing, you know, right now, because he come from what I come from. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of them young brothers is going to attach themselves to that because they know
yes,
Shorty come from this. He a down the hill nigga and shit. You feel
yes,
me? So if
Mhm.
he's speaking this, and I know for a fact he get some truth in what he's
Yep.
saying, let me follow the wave.
yeah,
You
Big
know,
Fact.
G,
let's
yeah,
make
Big
that
G,
type of shit go viral instead of the
Yes.
ignorant shit going viral.
Let's
Fuck is they
go.
talking
Let's
about? It's
yeah,
a
go.
lot of ignorant shit that
yeah,
black
That's
folks
why.
do that's
No,
going
that's why I use
viral.
my story. That's why I use my passion and I use my integrity to push what I push on my pages. You know what I'm saying? And to uplift the people and get their minds thinking outside the box instead of sitting up in there just following the system and
Mm.
thinking that shit going to change just because, yeah, I mean, you wanted to. No, you got to put in that motherfucking work.
Mm.
You gotta do that shit. You gotta see your brothers as your equals and stop trying to
Mm-hmm.
up and up on them. Let's
But
get
see, that's what
together.
I say, bro. They gotta do the work within
you gotta do the
self
work.
first.
Yeah, I see what you said
Because
there.
if you don't do the work within self first, you don't even have the mindset to think that way. Everything that you're saying right now, you know,
Right.
these people, our brothers, our sisters, have to do the work within self in
Right,
order to make any of this shit work. I promise
right,
y'all that. We can speak
yeah,
highly of anything, everything, and it makes
Yeah.
sense. But if they have not done the work within self, what are we doing?
Because
no,
through
right
What are
there,
we
right
doing?
there.
mathematical through
the other
mathematical
day, I
equation.
said, listen, let me land this real quick, right?
All right.
I said on the podcast the other day, because it was a post that was posted on Instagram. I don't know if y'all seen it or not, where a brother was speaking about some money shit and buying back land and all this old extra shit, right? I said, okay, let's say that we had the money that it would take to buy back a lot of land, right? And we getting things back in order, so we think, right? But yet we done brought all this land back. We done rebuilt all that. We got the businesses owned by the black folks and all that shit, right? But
Right.
you still have multiple brothers and sisters out here who that haven't changed their mindsets, right?
Sure.
So now we done all this work, rebuilding and reconstructing and this and that and everything else, but yet we still have all these brothers and sisters out here carrying the same mindset. So it's like we rebuild for them to destroy again because they haven't changed themselves.
Exactly.
We still have that ignorant black nigga shit going on, right? So it don't matter what the fuck we do, what land we take over, or whatever the case may be. If we haven't changed those mindsets, shit's still gonna be the same.
That's definitely why we suffering too. Exactly why what you saying. We not holding our brothers accountable. Now my brother may seem like he got a good heart and everything, but I'm really doing the work. And I see him as equal, but he can't do what I'm doing because he really ain't putting the work to fulfill what he want to do. So it's like we gotta hold our brothers accountable of what we see that they ain't doing and hold them accountable to, boy, you ain't ready yet. You gotta put some work in to get here. So and that's why we suffering as a people. It's not enough of us holding our brothers accountable to their actions and to a standard. Not even only to their actions, to a standard of how we need to be as a whole. So now I really fully understand what you said, Big Chief. Like nobody's gonna listen to you if you don't have the experience. Because like or you show me that you in the mindset of even trying to experience something, or you even trying to get there, or if you even analyze it enough to even give an opinion. You feel me? If you like you were saying, brother, what's your name, bro?
Just call me brother AB.
Yeah, brother AV.
AB.
AB. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna
AB.
start using. Cause I
Yeah.
promise you I can't pronounce that man's name.
Yeah, the brother
Shit.
A, like you said, brother AB, like if you're not showing that you analyze it enough to even give your opinion, then I like I can't even listen to you. So we gotta hold our brothers accountable to that too. Like, brother, you don't even have an opinion to give because you don't even know what you're talking about. Now, if you want to find out, I can break it down to you. So it's like that's how we gonna help grow each other for real by holding each other accountable to whatever you're trying to do. Like, cause a brother see that you achieving what you doing, and then try to leech on, and you'll leech on because you see your brother is equal, but he's really not equal in reality because he haven't put no work in himself, and you see that because that's your
Right.
brother, and he haven't put no work inside of the field that you're doing, and you know that because you're doing the work, and you see him not doing the work that you're doing. But
Yeah.
now, because you are achieving, now he's fully invested, and he see everything that you're getting now. But we gotta
Right.
tell our brother, like, listen, brother, you ain't ready. And despite how he feel, is even gonna grow him or is gonna break him. However, you're gonna become a villain or you're gonna become one of the heroes that's gonna be with you for real. And we gotta
Facts.
accept that for what it is. The only
Facts.
thing we can do is lead with good intent and really
Right.
link up with people that's really putting real work in, with our brothers that's putting real work in. It ain't about being with all the brothers. It's about brothers that been battle tested, and and you can see it, and they've been battle tested with you too, and they really putting real work in. That's showing. You feel me? And that's how we really gonna grow for real. We ain't gonna be able to grow if we keep on attaching people that ain't growing, ain't showing that real work, and we just trying to make them part of it because we love them. No, it ain't gonna get us nowhere. We better off messing with somebody else that ain't family or a brother that you want to be with you, and mess with a different brother that's really putting the work. You feel me? So and that's for real. We ain't messing with nobody that ain't got no experience.
Yes, sir.
May the church say amen.
Amen. Ashe. I say,
Yeah.
they call me Minister Cantlow out here.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
that's real.
they
That's
used to
Yeah.
call me Malcolm Luther
real.
Jeezy. Oh man, they done gave me hella labels out here. You hear me, brother? You know, but when you speak in your truth, you know, it's felt. Like I speak to be felt. For those words to be felt, not just be heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it be different. You know, but I love what you want. You know, once again, I have to give you your flowers because you come from what I come from. You know what I'm saying? And, and like literally though, you know, come from what I come from. And I always wanted to do that. Like, all right, I know I'm using my voice out here. People really listening to me. I'm definitely changing lives to the day, you know, but I always wanted to put that footwork in the area that I come from. You know what I'm saying? But it was never no brothers that I could really connect with that shared the same mindset as me. Not from my area. All the brothers that I connect with that shared those like-minded individuals were from different areas, such as my brother that's
Right.
sitting right here with us right now. You know, everybody was from different areas outside of mine. You know what I'm saying? So for me to see you doing what you doing, brother, I definitely got to give you the flowers on that. I'm gonna continue to use my voice, you know, continue to do the footwork down there. You hear me? And then we're
Yes,
gonna
sir.
connect like Voltron, like y'all have
I
heard me
want
say
I want to give
multiple
you your
times.
flowers too, brother, for setting up this platform for people to speak for real, people to get off what they need on a spiritual level, but you still
Mm-hmm.
keep them on the earth though too with it. Like you don't let nobody get too far away. You feel me? You keep them right here so we can really figure this stuff out. Cause you gotta pull this stuff from here to bring it here so you can deal with the life. So
Big
I
facts.
appreciate you, bro, for what you're doing. And we already knew that this was gonna happen. We talked
Oh yeah.
about it, like
Oh
everybody
yeah.
gotta play their part. I gotta do
Mm-hmm.
my part in there so I can bring it right here to this platform that the brother set up for us to speak on a bigger level.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to T Money behind the scenes and everything about all this stuff that's supposed to happen. Like we all just gotta play our part. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
and what makes it so beautiful is that we wasn't the coolest from the beginning either. We went through our stuff too for real.
Facts.
I thought you was wilding inside these group chats
Facts.
and stuff the whole time. You got on live like, listen, boy, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm from Baltimore too, boy. Let's figure this out. So you had left the joint, came back on, but we had figured out like, and I had to. And then I realized you just a warrior soul for real. They ain't playing no games about it
Yeah.
for real. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
That's all,
okay,
and that's it.
he just a super warrior for real. He don't mean no harm. He just
Mm-hmm.
very passionate and not playing. And what you were saying
Mm-hmm.
was real. It was just your
Mm-hmm.
delivery. But you gotta
Word.
say fuck delivery when the real is the real. If
Right.
that's
Right.
if
Right.
it's facts, get past the delivery. You understand? Put that to the side. Because I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to tell you some shit that's gonna help your soul. So that's
Facts.
what I had understood about the big chief. You feel me? And
Word.
the name is definitely earned. Real
Mm-hmm.
rap. Like for
Mm-hmm.
real title. And like, yeah, bro, I salute you. And we gonna just keep building for real. Like, and this was going on.
Yeah, I appreciate the love, my brother, for sure. I appreciate the love and you accepting it for what it is, you know, instead of, you know, thinking outside of that. You know, 'cause that's all it is to me, bro. You know, it's tough love that I'm pushing out here.
Mm-hmm.
And you ain't the first person that said that shit, bro. It's a lot of people that feel that way. It's like my delivery, but fuck the delivery. Listen
Fuck
to the
that.
message.
Straight
Listen
up.
to the message. That's all. Sometimes, man, the messenger might be a fuck nigga. You hear me? But that message that fuck nigga is delivering is worth hearing. You know?
Exactly.
So
Because the
I
message
spoke
is
to one
more
of the young
important.
brothers, man. Like, you know, I'm doing the work that my brother is doing, you know, but he's doing it right there in the area that I come from. You know, that's why I respect that on another level. But far as the footwork, oh shit, it's being done. I promise you, it's being done. You know, right where I'm at. You know, it's a lot of young brothers that's attaching themselves to me, you know, and they still dibbling and dabbling in certain, you know, things, but now they're getting an understanding of other things. And like I said, that's why I had 2 days of suspension so far because this the supervisor, mind y'all, that I'm going at it with. Like, bro, I don't play no games at work, bro. Like, you know, I stand on my truth. Like, if y'all don't want to hear that, don't bring those conversations up around me. you know, because they'll
Right.
get mad and feel like, oh man, now you got all the other workers thinking we arguing and all that. I'm like, bro, you already know how I'm coming. It's passion behind my words. I speak truth. It's young brothers right here that's listening to us, you know, and if you're trying to deliver that bullshit, I have to deliver this shit here. You know, my shit gonna hit a little bit more powerful than your shit. Cause guess what? They're gonna hear the passion behind my words, you know, versus that bullshit you just talking. Fuck is you talking about? We're not gonna do that. So if y'all don't want those conversations had during the work hours, don't bring those conversations up around a motherfucker like me. Cause I don't give a fuck about none of this work shit. You
Oh,
know,
fair,
I done
fair.
sacrifice, as y'all can see, I done sacrifice that for my words, my truth. I really did. I just lost out on money and I'm already going through certain shit, but you know, I'm not going through certain shit because I don't speak shit into existence. So, you know, that certain shit ain't certain shit to me. That certain shit ain't certain shit to me. You know, I don't speak on those so-called struggles and shit, because it's not a so-called struggle. It's only a
Good.
struggle if you make it one. You hear me?
I
It's
can't
only
make
a
Life
this
is
shit
struggle if
what
you
up.
you
make it
make
one.
it, bro.
Yeah.
Life is what you make it, bro. Yeah.
You
You
hear
gotta,
me?
yo, do what you do. Make that shit. You, I mean, like the title, yeah. I can't make this shit up, nigga.
Man, make it up.
Can't make this shit up.
Yeah, how y'all feel about that guy, Tyreek? What's his name? Tyreek what? Tyreek,
You
the
talking about
guy,
Tyreek Nasheed?
Tyreek the Sheed, the FBA guy.
No,
Y'all
terrible,
gotta update
terrible,
me.
Oh, you
terrible
don't know
news.
about him?
No.
Terrible
All
guy, man.
right.
Terrible guy. You know, Tyreek Nasheed back in the day used to be a pimp. You know what I'm saying? He used to be a pimp. He done wrote several books. He came up off of the DVDs called
Head cover.
Hidden Colors. So he has like 5 DVDs, you know what I'm saying, out. A lot of knowledge was being shared on those DVDs. I can't lie, I learned a lot of stuff from those DVDs, but he still is on a Pan-African avenue, like he
Oh,
pushing
I know who y'all talking about.
we still come
Yeah.
from Africa, but
Yeah.
and then he uses these new terminologies like FBA, like and I feel like FBA is another like it's another like ploy. It's just like changing us our names to black. So in the future, that's what we're gonna go off of, FBA, Foundational Black Americans. That's
Hmm.
worse than the misnomer of African American.
Big
You got
facts.
African and American. Like you got to be either one. You can't be two continents. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, I remember I said that a long time ago, bro. Like,
So
what
how
the
you
fuck are
gonna
they
be
talking
a
about? You can't be
foundational?
two
How,
different continents out here. How does this not make sense to everyone?
so how is
But
your nationality gonna be foundational Black American? That makes no fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? Black is a uh, fictional byword that they present on us that has nothing to do with our heritage, which really means that we're dead to the law. So why would we go by black? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah. You put that together, hell yeah, right.
That shit is retarded.
Yeah, that is
So I'm like,
retarded.
Tyreek Nasheed is very intelligent, but when it comes to the law, he don't know it. He don't know the laws. Like he
Right.
don't know the real background of why people are going with the Aboriginal shit. Like he just starting to learn, but he's still sticking to this Pan African movement, and I can't get with it. I just can't get with it.
Yeah.
I
All
can't.
right. So I want to say this though, right? As far as the land and stuff, how and then you turn the light on. Well, I want to talk about the land first. Everybody's saying from this part of the land, this part of the land. It's like black people from Africa, whatever. They already conquered the whole land. We already been on all land masses before anybody even thought about going anywhere. You understand? Like we already colonized across the globe. The African,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want to say, African, they already colonized themselves around the whole globe. So by the time anybody even thought about even landing on something, it was already black people there that already was colonized, that already was there. So, so if you want to say that you're from this land, you're from this land. Like most likely, you're from the land. If you can't date back like 5 generations ago, or somebody telling you a story in Africa, like a real story, and your people's from Africa, you got a real line in Africa, most likely your people was already here on the state ground already. They it was already here. If you can't really backtrack it for real, you feel me? Because we was everywhere. But the way you really gonna know is through their souls for real, how much they feel about the land, how passionate he is about the land and the people that's on the land. That's how you'll know if that person really from that land for real. Like that's how I know I'm from this land. I always been passionate about what the fuck, why is it like this? Why are people like this? Why are they doing this to the ground? Why is what so I'm from this land. People that really don't resonate from, they probably ain't from here. They probably came from the ship for real. You feel me? Like for real.
Exactly.
But it's already written down in paper that like 40% was already here for real. Like 60 to
That's
40%
true.
was already here on the land. You feel me?
Yep.
So
Bro, that's why I threw out there the fact that, you know, it's a lot of brothers and sisters that we be coming across on these social media platforms, especially in the spiritual world, that we don't fully connect with, you know. And I'm like, you know what? Everybody not us.
yeah, you're not.
That's the thing right there. Everybody is not us. You feel me?
Yes.
Some of these motherfuckers are them other motherfuckers and shit.
No,
You know
what
what
it
I'm saying?
is,
They don't even know
what it
this yet.
is, what it is tethers of a feather flock together.
Flock
You know what I
together.
mean?
You hear me?
So you gotta know that's who they gonna rock with. These foreigners don't rock with so-called aboriginals or Indians or American. They don't rock with us. They not doing business with us, or they business isn't attained to helping us out at all. So that's how you know they ain't from here. They from over there.
Mm-hmm.
They from overseas, yo.
Because they don't resonate with us. That's how you can know it. Soul don't resonate with us for real. And
Big
even our
fact.
own, yeah, even your own people. If you're doing certain type of work and that soul don't resonate with it, they probably probably somewhere else. They probably not part of this shit for real. And it's okay. It's just you know that you ain't with the work. I'm gonna enjoy you for a different thing for real. I probably enjoy just talking to you for real, debating with you about shit for real. Like just to set people for who set people for who they are. And just leave them where they at. And just enjoy them
Yeah,
for
man.
that and then go ahead somewhere else. So you won't carry on no energy. So nobody can send any bad energy there to you because you feel me? Like, because you're keeping that good energy going. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be an energy war after you get all this knowledge we talk about now. Now is all the energy you feeling now. Now
Mm-hmm.
you got to figure out how to deal with this energy that you dealing with for real. But
Exactly.
keep an eye on everybody though. Like, because they might be this way today, but they may not be the same tomorrow. So it's like everything looking good this whole week, probably a month, maybe a year. But it's little shit. Watch out for that little shit. You feel me? Because that's why you gotta once you keep seeing that little stuff, keep your eye on them. And for when their soul ain't the same way. Because a person can fake it for a while, but you can't fake it forever for real.
Big
For us,
fact.
yeah.
Big fact.
For it's gonna seep out. Even through that while that you faking it, it's gonna seep out. It's gonna
Hey,
Because
seep.
how many times y'all have heard me
your
say,
highest
and
frequency is authenticity. You know what I mean? Being
Exactly.
authentic. You
Mm-hmm.
gotta be
y'all have
authentic.
heard me
Like,
say multiple times, in
Character.
due time, true colors will reveal themselves. And like I said, I only speak based off of experiences and shit, bro. I got 43 years within this vessel here. So it's like I've experienced a lot. I've seen a lot of different characteristics of people. Pay attention to that too, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
if y'all seen certain characteristics of people, and then you run across somebody, but they act just like such and such.
Yeah.
They remind me of such and such. You feel me? You gotta go off of that. You gotta go off of that. So I
Yeah, you
judge
got
you,
to.
not in the
hey,
sense judge because I don't do no judging. But my thoughts towards those individuals is based off of that. Oh, I ran across a you
I
before. You
seen you
know,
before.
so that's when it becomes a choice, right? That's
Yep.
when it becomes a choice. Rather you want to entertain that type of shit or not. That those type of people or not. Me, I choose not to. You know, I'm not attaching myself to any type of energy that doesn't resonate with me. You know, I'm not doing it, bro. I don't give a fuck
Mm-hmm.
how highly they speak, you know, on these social media platforms. How many followers or whatever the case may be. I don't give a fuck about none of
Hey,
that.
most of the time, what isn't it funny? Like people that's very high spiritual, most of the time, you don't gravitate to the people that's got all the followers and the fans and the
Mm,
people. You usually go to
mm,
the people that you can relate to, like on
mm-hmm,
your type of time, like. Cause I don't
mm-hmm.
want to be sitting there like I'm praising somebody that got almighty knowledge. Like I can't come up with the same shit he can't do. Bitch, I'm a
Man,
god too. I
yeah,
can do
me.
the same shit too.
Yeah, me.
Yeah,
Fuck is
I'm a
they talking
god
about?
too.
Hey, bro,
I got it too.
that's the reason I got kicked out the 13% Dane Calloway shit on
Word.
Discord and shit. I think I told y'all that shit before.
You
That's the reason I
did.
got kicked out of the 13%, bro, because I was like, you
Yo,
know, I say,
cause you
bro,
got tired
I
of
say,
being a
man,
slave. You got tired of being up under there. So, yeah, praise Dave Calloway.
I
Praise
mean,
Dave
listen,
Calloway.
I'm like, bro, it's like none of these motherfuckers had platforms where they was speaking anything on their own. And you know, I followed a lot of the brothers and sisters that was in there. So I'm like, damn, ain't none of y'all really doing nothing on your own. You're like y'all just be waiting to hear bro speaking shit or whatever. So I'm like, you know, all of y'all are leaders. Y'all gotta sit back and wait to hear one person speak before we choose to use our voice or whatever the case may be. Or we just sit back waiting for this man to guide us into whatever. Like, what? That's what
Right.
y'all doing over here? While I'm putting in all this work outside of this shit? Fuck is y'all
Yeah.
talking about, man? Oh, y'all a bunch
Like,
of
like
followers.
I go in the followers. See, this what I do. I check it
Mhm.
out. People seeing. Like I go in like somebody that's got a lot of followers. Then I look at their followers. I click on their followers and I look on their followers. And their followers don't do shit. They
Mm,
followers have like 2 or 3 pictures,
mm,
no
Yeah.
style, and they be praising them like they got them
right,
niggas all over their
right.
page and shit. I'm like, bro, where's you at? Why you ain't got you up here?
Why we
You got
ain't
a
meet
whole
you
nother
yet?
nigga. You got a whole nother nigga all up on your post and shit. Like you won't matter. Like this nigga your god or something.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you niggas? Wake
Hey,
up,
bro.
nigga. The
I
God,
remember I
nigga.
was on stereo and shit, right? And this brother on there that claimed to be a god, this, that, and the other, right? So, bro, I jump on the joint and shit. So I'm coming up. I'm trying, connect brothers and shit. So, but they listening to an audio of some other brother that's speaking and shit, right? Bro, you know this brother told me, no, everybody got to be quiet. We listening to such and such right now. What? What the fuck did you just say to me? I say, bro, I want to hear your voice. Why is you
Right.
telling me to what? All right, cool. This ain't for
Yo,
me. This ain't for me.
he try to
But,
bully you for Dan Calloway.
bro,
Like that's
what?
weird. That's
What?
crazy.
Yeah. The
When I
spiritual
run
Going
community
across
out.
these
became
type of
wild.
people though these days, bro, I don't entertain it in no type of way. Like I said, everything is a choice. I have a choice whether I want to put any energy into that shit or not. I feel like I do more damage when I disconnect myself from those connections. I feel like I do more damage then, and I know that for a fact. I put a lot of work in on these platforms and shit, and I know for a fact a lot of my brothers and sisters that's connected to me have definitely woke up in a whole nother way just by some shit that I presented out here. Even though they may have knew what they know, right? Something said by me that made them think totally different towards something, and it woke them up in a whole nother way. And I've done a lot of that, the same way y'all brothers done that with me. I told my brother PeedaMan today, like, bro, you motivated me to even want to do this today. Like, I don't mind giving my brothers their flowers, bro. Same way I did it with you, bro, on your own live a couple of times. Like, come on, bro, I don't mind doing that.
Yeah,
I don't mind doing
exactly.
that.
Everybody
That's
got
why
a
we
piece of this
connect.
puzzle.
That's
Yes,
why we
sir.
connect. You know what I mean? Because that's the part of the plan. It's part of the plan, bro. It's divine. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
supposed to be like that.
Right.
I mean,
So
just think about I tell her, even I told T Money and shit. I say, man, just look at all the people that we was all locked in with, right? And then look at who's still around. You feel me? Look at who's still around. This nigga PeedaMan that made 100 million pages and shit. I done follow all them motherfuckers.
Hell yeah.
That nigga got a page for every goddamn movie he pushing. But
yes,
the
sir.
reason why I respect that is because I did the same thing with my clothing line, with my cooking podcast. I got a page for every last one of them. I got an email for everything. I got an email for cooking shit. I got an email for my podcast, an email for my clothing line. You feel me? So I felt that 100%.
Sorry. Let me give you a drop. So everybody that's in the spiritual community that want to have a real conversation about where things should go at, or just your own perspective on things, come here to I can't make this shit up podcast, man.
Yeah,
Like for real, because we
yeah.
can't make this shit up of what you got on your brain. We can't make that up for you. We can't make this shit up of what we going through. This is real life talk. So
Real life.
anybody that's in the spiritual community, because the community is doing real bad for real. There's a lot of flaw going on. So
Come on
let's
now.
get to some real
Preach.
talking going on. Yeah, let's get to some real talk going on. There's a lot of flawed things, and the real thing is the work for real. So let's get to the work and what you see work is. It don't matter. Let's figure it out up here. So come up here to I Can't Make This Shit Up podcast, man. Dante Cantlow, brother AB, the biggest chief, the biggest, man. And we here, man. I just want to give you that drop, man.
Love.
Clip that.
No.
Yeah,
I
and
appreciate that love, my brother.
promoting it. Like I'm gonna clip some of this and I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna collaborate with you on it for real, because we gotta get the message out there. We gotta get it out there. You understand?
That's a fact.
So people
That's
can
a
come
fact.
and really get real dialogue up here, because this the showing of it right here. It's three men up here that excuse themselves when we interrupted each other. We ain't try to overtalk each other. We had different things, different opinions of each other's. We ain't agree on everything, but we still was civilized and we conducted with some manners, like real black, like real men supposed to be. Whoever you identify yourself as, you understand what I'm saying? And that's how it's supposed to be. So y'all want to have some real dialect and some real talk and some real conversation about aligning the spiritual things with this earth base and connecting and building for real here inside the physical form and helping out people and really build in real lifetime. Come here, let's talk about it. Let's figure it out. I can't make this shit up.
I appreciate it, my brother. You heard me. I like how you put that all out there in detail. You know what I'm saying? Like, this really how men conduct themselves. This is really how men have conversations. It wasn't no arguments. It wasn't nobody trying to speak over top of the next person or none of that type of shit. This is how men conduct themselves. You hear me? That's big facts. All right. We just showing the differences out here, Showing is knowing. You hear me? Showing is knowing, and I try to walk my talk out here as well, If not, I'm just not talking it, I definitely appreciate both of you brothers. Like I said, I've watched both of y'all from the beginning, before the voice was even created. Before the voice was even created, I was around. But I heard the passion when y'all did speak. I heard the passion within y'all voices. I said, I'm like, yeah, bro, that.
We up there.
Then I start seeing y'all making y'all own platforms, and I say, oh, yep. That's what I was waiting for. I couldn't wait, right? Because now I can hop on y'all shit.
I'm about to attack TikTok, y'all. I'm about to attack TikTok. That's my next mission. TikTok.
Man, only reason I ain't go over there because you gotta have a certain amount of followers before you can go live, and I ain't had time to wait for that.
I got the followers now. I got the followers. I could go over there, and you know what? Over there, You don't gotta pay to promote. You know what I mean? You don't have to pay to push your anything that you know content that you push over there, and you can still get a pretty nice following. You know, so once you
But
start
far as
going
the
live,
lives, can you add people?
yes, you can
Yeah,
have a panel like this, like
I
it's
mean,
way more diverse.
even if like I ain't monetized or whatever yet, I can still join your live.
Yes, you could come and join my live, and like we
All
could
right, well
do just
shit.
like how we doing this.
Let's
I'm gonna do one. So just probably tomorrow or something. I'll probably do one another tomorrow night or something like that. And then we could go
okay.
over there and you know pop it off over there on TikTok. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what you
I can
gotta
use
do.
my platform over there because I
I'm with
just
it.
got it. They just
I'm
let
with
me
it.
go live and all that over there. So yeah,
I'm with it.
let's do
Hey
Yeah,
that.
you
P,
over
you
there.
got anything you doing on any other social media platforms or even if it's YouTube or whatever? I'm just trying to lock in with y'all on y'all
Yeah,
platform as well.
yeah. First, yeah. My father enjoyed it. My father sitting right here. He loved every bit of what we was saying.
Peace and
And
love, my brother.
yes, sir. He a
Look, we
minister
dive
ordained. He a minister ordained by the Lord. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Ordained by the Most High, having the universe, however you want to see it. Ain't got to pick where to short too. You feel me? But uh, follow him on Larry Catlow on Facebook. You feel me? He you gonna see him ministering to the people every day. That's what he do every day. So, but Lakewood Outreach Community Center, follow Lakewood Outreach Community Center on Instagram. Today of Family on Instagram. East Miami Main Street on Instagram to see the work. Follow Jackie Wright Foundation on YouTube so you can see the work too. As far as the homeless, the drug addiction population, us giving back to the community, us cleaning the drug addicts off the streets, like literally telling them to get off the streets if you don't want this help. You don't want the help, all right, you gotta move off this block, off these steps. And we come out of love, but it's for the kids, and we ain't going for it. So if you want to see the work, go to follow those pages.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Much love and respect. You know the vibes, man. Hey, I respect that, right? Telling the motherfucker like offer them the help, right?
Hmm.
Then tell them, man, you know you got to go. If you don't want the help, like it like you gotta respect that, like, cause it ain't like a motherfucker just came on some like get the fuck out of here, the fuck away from here. You know, on some disrespectful shit. A motherfucker offered you help first, then you got it.
It's been going on
I
for a
mean,
year
niggas
now.
got to clean shit up out here, bro. So I
Mm-hmm.
definitely have a clear understanding of where my brother is going with this. You got to clean shit up, you know, and it definitely starts within your environment, you know. But at the same time, like I said before, if we haven't changed those mindsets within these young brothers and these young sisters within our environments, what are we actually doing? So we gotta start there. We have to start there. But like I said, showing is knowing. So by you putting in the footwork there, you know, they're seeing this. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So you ain't even really got to do too much talking on your end, Peter, man. You
Mm-hmm.
doing the footwork. You know, all you got to do is keep presenting that shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't really. I would say, you know, a person that's doing the footwork is more powerful than one who's just doing the talking. But you know, it depends on how where you want to go with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's equal to me. You know, it's equal. I can't even say one is doing more because you know my voice is as powerful as those footsteps too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I done opened up a lot of doors and woken up a lot of eyes, you know, just by using my voice. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Keith in the building. That's one of the brothers. You know, it's crazy. The universe works in mysterious ways because I'm speaking on the work that I do, and that's one of the brothers that receive. You know, like I know I'm a healer. You feel me? That's why it's a lot of brothers and sisters that call my phone consistently or text me consistently. You know what I'm saying? Needing that voice or me to give them some sort of advice on something that they're going through. You know what I'm saying? People really reach out to me left and right about that. So, you know, I know my position, for right now anyway. I'm pretty sure it's some more work I'm gonna have to put in. I'm ready to front line some shit. Like I said, I can be the fucking water boy. You could be head honcho. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be the best water boy. Fuck is you talking about? I'm gonna be the best motherfucking water boy you ever seen in your life, you know? But know your positions, play your roles, man. That's all, and that's it. It ain't meant for every last one of us to play the same exact role out here, man. Know your role, play your part, be the best within that role. That's all you have to do. That's all. Then we can form like Voltron, as I've been saying, like the Transformers. When they all connect, fuck do they become? That's what we need to do. Like bro was saying in the beginning, man, how all these other so-called races of people together. You know, you don't hear about them on social media platforms beefing with each other. You can't watch no videos on YouTube where they're killing each other in their neighborhoods, and you don't see none of that shit. You see all that ignorant shit from the niggers. Now I'm a nigga, but I'm a nigga with the A at the end, not the ER. You know, I feel like it's a difference.
That's fact.
But in order to change us, we have to kill the cancer, and the cancer is us. Okay? We are our biggest fucking problem. Okay? Point blank, period. You know, motherfuckers got to stop pointing the fingers, playing the blame game, because that's what our people do a lot. People do not accept accountability for their actions. They'll rather put shit on someone else. You know, I'm a man, you know, so we in, I'm in. So it's like, if I do something wrong, I didn't apologize to a lot of brothers on live, in the inbox and all that shit. I have no problems with doing that. I don't give a fuck about them fake ass labels that people try to create. Part of the program. Oh, you soft, you a lame, you a bitch ass nigga because you did this, you a bitch ass nigga because you did that. Nah, I don't accept. You know, that's just a weak nigga mindset. You trying to lure me back into that weak nigga shit. Because if I entertain that, I become that. Y'all got to understand. You know, that's why I look past a lot of the bullshit that niggas present on these social media platforms. Because if I entertain that, I become that. It's the internet. You enter a net and become trapped. Ain't that what happened? You get caught on the spider web, that's a net. You get trapped. Any type of net, period, is to trap. When you go crabbing, you have a net. Catch the crabs, they trap. You know,
Yes,
enter net.
Yes,
Enter a net and become trapped.
That's why I'm working through the Ethernets. So it's like, it's good. I be working off the good energy inside of it for real. It's like, they run it off the Ethernet, so it's so much negativity they don't think ain't nothing outside of that. That's why it's so much information that's on outside that's out right now. You can really look up anything that we talk about if you got the right questions. If you asking the right questions and you can dissect whatever they talking about too, it's like that shit crazy, bro. Like, but no, but the internet, yeah, you enter a net. I don't want to get away from that. I don't even want to even. I don't want to water that down at all. You enter a net, like for real.
You know what?
Yeah,
I
I
knew
don't
that
want to
would go
water
hit
that down.
different. You hit
Yeah,
different.
I ain't even want to water that down.
You better be careful, or your ass gonna get trapped.
Trap.
Real.
Trap. And
You
I
gonna
mean,
get
I
trapped.
guess we became spiders because we know how to move around that
Yeah,
motherfucking net, huh?
I'm a spider in
We
that bitch. I'm
became
making my
spiders,
own.
bro.
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
spider, big spider. You heard me?
Big spider.
It's like,
Hey, what?
Big
yeah.
What is
spider.
they talking about, bro? A nigga be tiptoeing around that. Fuck you talking about?
Word up.
Hmm. But
Yeah, nigga got wore
I
up
hope
like.
that one don't go over their heads though.
Yeah.
That might go over.
A lot of people get trapped, bro. Motherfuckers created lives like really created a life outside of their own on the internet. Like you became something that you're not, or someone that you're not on the internet. You know, people know how to paint a picture. Like it ain't just them. It ain't just them. It's a lot of our people painting pictures out this motherfucker. That's why I say
That's
we
what
gotta
I
become
learned.
the paint. We gotta become
That's
the
why,
paint and not the picture.
yeah,
We
that's what
gotta
I learned.
become the paint and not the picture.
You gotta,
Mm-hmm.
exactly, you gotta become the paint. And it's like now you gotta dictate and gimmick people to do the right thing. So now I'm using the internet. It's like it's a shame. You gotta really dictate and gimmick people to do the right thing now. So I'm trying to make this thing cooler what I'm doing. Like I'm trying to make it look cool. So you're gonna see me like fresh, looking good out there doing it because they need to know that this is the thing to do. You gotta really brand it, you gotta really do things to make them people feel like this is the new cool for real. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like you gotta use the internet to gimmick them now for real, to do the right
Big
thing. So
facts.
that's my
Big
goal
facts.
with it. That's what I'm about. That's
Real
what I'm
shit.
using the internet for now.
Big facts.
Mhm.
I mean that's the same as with the bro Austin Whites, 607 Onk. Like you know, they created that image. You feel me? In order to push the messages, you know. And I always told motherfucker that's the reason why I never got major subscribers and things like that because I chose not to create an image. You know what I'm saying? And or you know, it's
Oh,
all ways to go about this shit, depending
Yo,
on what your mission
listen,
is. You know, some people that may be their mission. So I'm not one to judge nor go against that. That might be your
right,
mission, your way
oh,
of going
right.
about this shit. It just isn't
check the
mine.
algorithm.
You
Check
know.
the
Yeah, I
algorithm.
just take them niggas. I take them. I take the. You know what I'm saying. I take a little bit of what they say and whatever I can't use, I throw that shit away.
Oh yeah,
You know
for
what I'm
sure. I got
saying?
a big trash bag
You
filled with
Like
that
that shit.
shit, yeah.
because it's entertaining. It's I know who it's for. It's not for me personally. It's just business.
Facts.
Like
Mm-hmm.
that's for a certain audience. That's for the young generation. It's not for
Mm-hmm.
me.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't need all of that playful shit to get the message, to get the point. But
Big
I know
facts.
a lot of our brothers and sisters, they are at that bottom. They are in that mind state where they need that in order to get the message. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why
Mm-hmm.
I don't knock them for creating a character. I just
Oh.
I just want to stay in my lane. Well, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have to create the character. I just was
Mm-hmm.
being myself and
Oh,
still got the message across. You
See,
know
big
you
what I'm
facts.
gotta
saying?
Big
see.
facts.
Yeah, sometimes you
Big
gotta
facts.
check the algorithm though. See, the algorithm saying like they only like locked into controversy. Now, now something that you saying you can see the clip as controversy, but you speaking truth inside this controversy. But you knowing that they gonna lock into what this happened on this clip because of the
Mhm.
controversy of what you saying. You must put this clip out, gimmick it like that, put it out.
Yes.
You ain't gotta put the words to like amp it up. Just put the clip out of it being caught so they can come in. Once they come in, that's when they get all the in-depth stuff that you already been posting. But you gotta
Mhm.
get these people into the truth through
Mm.
Yes.
through what they want, through their temptations. So you gotta play on their
Overstood.
temptations to get
Overstood.
them to what we need them at. You feel what I'm
The
saying? So
Overstood.
controversy
so
sells.
so like that clip, so like when I asked you about the Tyreek, Big Chief, you gotta start clipping your stuff and start posting it. Like I asked you about the Tyreek stuff. That stuff is gonna be some people that might get viral if you posting on TikTok about the things you just
Mhm.
said. You understand me?
Facts.
You
Word.
gotta play
Facts.
on that. That's why I asked those
Mhm.
questions like that. You gotta clip big things, but it gotta be done out of good intent in our
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
realm, the realm we living in, it gotta be done good intent or it won't go nowhere. But we
Facts.
gotta play with the algorithm to get these people to the truth.
Cause I got some videos right now in my arsenal that I could go clip them up, and it's some controversy in it, and it's some shit that's it's gonna hit because motherfuckers gonna feel it because controversy sells. But
Mm.
even though it's controversy, it's still hidden gems in that shit. If motherfucker catch
Facts.
that subconsciously, they're gonna be like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, but he said that though. Even though I came in here for some ratchet shit, I still got a good message out of that shit. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Exactly. And it's just about if you overdosing your page on that controversy shit, that's when a person see that you just on some controversy shit. Now you just clip the controversy shit, but when you get into the page, you see the solid foundation of what's being said and what we really trying to get across when you get there. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like the round we living in, we don't want to get caught up in that type of round. You just the thing is that we gotta play with the algorithms and keep our intent aligned with the mission. Like make sure that we doing this out of good intent, but we playing with the algorithms to get y'all into the truth, so you can come here and see what it's about. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what it's going to take for the world we living in. We gotta play the
That's
game how it needs to be played.
one of my favorite artists just did that shit. Jim Jones from Dipset. He said that he was better than Nas.
Smart. Smart. He know he ain't better than us. He's
Hey,
smart.
yo, yeah, he definitely know that,
He
but he knew where
definitely
that was gonna go when he said it. So
yeah,
you
he
know,
baited the algorithm. He said, "Yo, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna just say some shit off the wall." That got his name out there. That's why people been talking about him for
Feel
about
me?
2 weeks now,
Yeah,
three
he did
weeks now.
wrong. He did wrong for that. You feel me? That's the type of did wrong shit like that. Like,
Right.
cause the new generation, that'll make the new generation believe that who the fuck is Jim Jones is better than Nas. Definitely if you did not listen to Nas. And then
right,
you
Yes.
will really
right,
believe that dumbass shit. See, he didn't do
mm-hmm,
it out of good intent. He
mm-hmm.
did it
Did not
out of
do it out
soul.
of good intent.
That's a fact,
Right.
though.
He did it for
That's
soul
definitely a
reasons.
fact, bro. Because a
He
lot
did
of
it for
them young
soul.
motherfuckers know
Yeah, it was.
It was
more about
ego.
Jim
He did
Jones
it
than they
out of
would
ego.
about Nas. So they would
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's the example of what not to do. You feel me? You feel me?
That
Like
definitely is.
it gotta happen organically in the round we live in, or everything gonna go
Mhm.
wrong for us. If we start
No, that
seeing what
wasn't
the
organic.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
That
cause
was
we
him pushing that shit. That was kind of like him casting a spell, like a negative spell
yeah,
over the people to try to sway their emotions and shit. You know what I mean? Like get the people to talking about him, which he know that it was nothing but propaganda to say that he was better than not. Like that's crazy. And the young generation might agree. The young
they
generation
will.
might
that's
agree.
They
they
will.
will. Cause
They
like I
will
said,
agree.
they would know more about a
But,
Jim Jones than
yeah,
they would about a Nas.
but
So
that's to their own ignorance because they have never probably popped in a Nas tape. They ain't never
exactly.
popped in a Nas CD. They ain't never did a background check.
So that definitely would make them an ignorant nigga, right? Because it's like,
Exactly.
how could you jump on the bandwagon and say yes, 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 this is true if you never even heard the opposite, the person that he's speaking about? If you never heard none of his music, how the fuck could you say that that's true?
Yep.
It's preposterous. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Like
That's what we
that's
gotta
but
do.
that's the ignorance
That's what I got.
of the
But
generation.
that just showed you how ignorant our people are, bro.
Mhm.
Because they really do these type of things. A motherfucker jump on the bandwagon with a motherfucker just because they know that individual, but you don't even know the individual that they, you know what I'm saying? To know that
Exactly.
he's better than
Going
him,
with what he said because he, you know what I mean?
that
And
takes you
don't get me
back to the
wrong, Jim
followers
Jones,
and
I
the lead.
respect Jim Jones. Jim Jones is a he stepped his
Yeah.
ball game up. He stepped his ball because I'm a real Dipset fan. So I know
He
that man
did
stepped
though.
his ball game up because he was Dookie Water back in the day. He was
Hmm.
horrible. You know what I mean?
Horrible.
He was trash. Like
About that, you know, I've heard some dookie ass shit from Jim Jones for sure.
yes,
You know,
yes.
and all man, Joel's always been my guy when it comes to Dipset. I'm on the Jewels end because
Yes.
that boy be
Joel.
talking, man. I was just listening to that. Who am I? Who am I?
Oh,
When
that's
a
my
man would
shit.
never, never, never cry. What? Like, come on, man. Come on, man.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah,
I
you
live
know.
the life of a loner with a righteous persona, but
Hmm.
still sell crack right on the corner. My
Come
life
on.
consists of a big puzzle that's mixed up. Big guns, big drugs. If I get caught, then it's big cuffs. Gets up, I gets up, I gets up, I get up. This shit sucks. I need to find another road to follow. One that's new and strong, not old and hollow. As I straight this bottle and smoke this reefer. Listen to some old Aaliyah, I say, damn.
Yeah. Word though.
Taking me
That was
Word
back with
my
though.
that one,
shit,
boy.
boy. That was my shit, boys. Hey, they
Man.
don't rap like that no more. They don't
Mhm.
got the passion like that no more.
But if a motherfucker really, even at that time when that shit first dropped, like me being who I am, I had an understanding of that, because motherfuckers put labels on niggas if you were to cry. And one of us were to cry right now on this live is gonna be somebody watching, be like, oh, that nigga soft. He's a bitch ass nigga because he started. What? Do y'all know that crying is a part of the healing process? That's why a lot of you niggas still fucked up mentally. Fuck is you talking about? Y'all keep bundling a lot of shit in, and not releasing that shit, and then that's where that Damon time be coming. Like, that's where
Yep.
that's created. That's where them images become created and shit. That's not who you truly are. I just told the young brother at my job yesterday who's still dibbling dabbling. So he asked me about when I speak far as the balance. We all have good and bad within, light and the dark. You gotta know who deserves that energy and create a balance in between both. That's who you truly are. When you're able to create that balance in between both. Other than that, you're still, pushing the image out here. He said, so what you saying that I'm being fake? I said, no, I'm not going to say it's being fake, but that creating was created from the dark side, that
Yeah.
point blank period. That shit was created from that dark energy that you're choosing to deliver out here. It wasn't created from the light, but you got to have a balance in between both. That's who you truly are. That's when you become you know. But if you're just presenting one consistently, that's not who you are. You know, it's not who
That's
you
a
are.
fact. You got to show both characteristics.
Man, I didn't cry doing live, because I say, all right, these niggas still look at me as this gangster crip nigga from Baltimore, Maryland, and. All right, cool, man. I'm gonna show y'all me. Show y'all me. You hear me? Cried on live, real tears, because of whatever I was going through at the time. I didn't know, oh, that nigga a bitch. I didn't get none of that. This nigga soft. I didn't get unfollowed. None of that shit, bro. You hear me? Like I said, a motherfucker gotta know that you someone that truly been through that. You ain't a nigga that's just talking that you been through that. I don't speak about gangster shit, you know, because that was a weak nigga mindset that a nigga chose to carry. So I don't choose to speak about any of that. What the fuck I done down the hill, this, that, up. Like, bro, I don't speak on that, bro. First and
Right.
foremost, real killers don't speak about being killers. Real ones don't do
Mm,
that. I come up in an era where we didn't have the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got issues with a nigga, we catching a nigga at a club or whatever the case may be, downtown, on a Friday, weekends, we know everybody gonna be at a certain club. That's where it's going down at, Or if we know where hood you from, that's how we chose to move. All that internet shit, I don't come from that. I don't come from that. I got sucked into that shit though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a man. I definitely got sucked into that shit for surely. And that was dealing with the battle rap culture. You know what I'm
right.
saying? I got sucked into that whole internet life. But, even then it's like, all right, man, I ain't one of these motherfuckers, bro. I feel like it was the movie Into. I got in too deep. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, now I gotta show the differences. Like, I
Right.
can't, like, I'm not these internet niggas, bro. This ain't just some shit. Like, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, bro. I'm from down the hill, bro. Like, I'm not used to this. All right, y'all niggas talking crazy on the internet. All right, boom, boom, boom. Where niggas from? Bye, bye, bye. Swear to God. My kids, bro. 3 different states. I spoke about this multiple times. 3 different states I went to by myself, me and my pistol. by myself, 3 different states, and went through the treacherous areas within those 3 different states. And I went live, my location on all that shit, bro. Like I was really willing to die behind this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but once I seen, all right, man, that ain't even what it is. These niggas really just talking crazy on the internet and shit. Cause every individual that I had these situations with when I got there, it was like, oh, gee, man, come on, bro. That was just some internet shit, bro. You know what I'm like, huh? Oh. Oh, all right. Well, okay, cool. Cool. You know, I'm just the type of, I'm the same nigga on and off the internet. So I'm not going to get on the internet and say, you're a bitch, I'll kill you, bitch, demon time. Then get off the internet and be like, man, sir, like, nice to meet you. Like, I love you guys. But, you know, what the fuck is we talking about, bro?
Nah, for real.
But, you know, that was a choice, something I chose to do. But at the same time, I felt like I was breaking chains and breaking cycles then without even knowing it. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, that woke a lot of them brothers into not wanting to present that type of energy on social media no more. That definitely did that, you know? We live and we learn, you know? It ain't even just about the experiences. You know, like I said, I speak based off of experiences and shit. It's about the teachings behind those experiences within your life that you learn from that, you know? I say the breaking chains and breaking cycles. You know, it's a lot of people repeating those cycles, still connecting those chains. Like I'm here to break chains and break cycles within my own life. Therefore, I can present this shit to the universe. You know, all powerful. Everything that we're saying tonight, I guarantee you, is getting spreaded through the universe. It's gonna hit those who not even. That's what y'all gotta understand, bro. Nigga voice so powerful, it's gonna hit the people who's not even sitting here listening right now.
Man.
And I know this for a fact because it's a lot of shit that I've spoken on that I didn't see any of that being spoken on before I spoke on it. And then I'll get on my social media platforms and there's something going down the timeline based on everything that I just spoke about. I say, look at the universe. Look at the universe. Validating everything I just said. You hear me? That's all I need. The universe is my teacher. That's why I spoke about niggas who had these masters. Both of y'all brothers that heard me speak about that, you know, and niggas really saying that. Like, how could you say that out of your mouth? You have a what? A master teacher. I would have averaged you just said you had a teacher. Then to put the master part on there, like you getting wet. Fuck you talking about, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Master teacher.
I guess there's some people out here that's meant to be the followers, bro. Can we look at it that way? Everybody's not fit to be a leader.
Yes. Some people are meant to be followers, so you can learn off them. You understand? So, like, just followers, not even followers
And there ain't
that
even no
follow the wrong
disrespect
people.
towards it either, PeedaMan. I promise you it's not. It's not no
No, for
disrespect at
real.
all towards anyone personally. I don't know anyone personally. You know, for those who may listen back on or whatever, I don't know anyone personally. So this is not a direct hit at anyone personally. I'm just I choose towards this universe. That's all.
Yeah, if it hits you, then it hits you for real. Like, there must be something inside you need to deal and get together for real. Like, but
Big fact.
it ain't about being a follower. It's about people that's following the wrong things and okay with following the wrong things. Because we all follow. You gotta follow to be a leader. And then as you lead, you still gotta follow because you need to make sure you gotta help men that it's gonna be men that's gonna show you other things how to do things properly. So you never stop being a follower. It's about who you following. So the problem is the problem is the motherfuckers that's choose to keep following things that's the wrong things, and you know it's the wrong things. And they are needed though. They are needed because we're gonna need to learn off of something. We're gonna need something
Big
to learn
facts.
off of. Learn
Big
what not
facts.
to be. And hopefully they
Big not
stop.
to be. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You said it.
and yeah.
You took the
I'll
It's
words
like
out
follow
of my
you.
mouth, bro.
Look,
you're
But
not gonna
I
I'll
see.
definitely
follow
said
you.
that, and I spoke about that commercial. Y'all remember back in the day, you can learn a lot from a dummy and shit. You know, I always throw that out there on my platforms too. You know, because you can learn a lot from a. Not to put labels on people. If it doesn't apply,
Right,
let it fly. But you know, you can learn what not to do. You know,
right.
that's why I dabble in the program world as well. Not to say that I entertain what's going on over there, but I'll be in the midst of things just to see what's going on over there, so I can have a better understanding of what's going on over here. You know what I'm saying? So you know,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why I listen to
'Cause
everybody.
I'll follow you, but where's you leading me? You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the
Hmm.
question. Where are we going?
Hmm.
Like, I'm that type. I'm gonna ask, hey, where we going? Like,
Hmm.
you know what I mean?
Man, you
Motherfuckers today, they
hop
just
in
want
somebody's
people to
car
follow
not
them without the
unknowing.
questions.
That bitch
Yeah,
just get
I
on
ain't
the
going
road and
nowhere.
start driving. You don't know where you
Yeah,
going,
bitch,
bro.
where
You
you
ain't never
going,
gonna
bitch?
ask. You just gonna sit in the
Where,
back seat and just keep going, huh? Okay.
nah, where you going? Where
Okay.
we going? You know what I mean? Yeah. I might end up in a destination I ain't trying to go to.
You hear
I ain't
me?
trying to be at.
Come on now.
That's why I just collect data. I listen to what you're saying, and I make my own assumptions of how I process it for real. But you probably
Mm-hmm.
think I'm about to go with you though. But whole time
Hmm.
I'm just collecting data. I'm trying to see how far you about to go with what the fuck you talk about for
Right.
real. I'm just listening, like, okay, all right.
Oh shit.
I might even go a little bit
Word.
with you. I might even go a little bit with you
Word.
just to really see how far
Yeah,
is you about to take this shit.
Right. Right.
You feel me? And then I see,
Especially right
okay,
when a nigga
well,
coming hard, right? So now it'll get to a point like, all right, this motherfucker must feel like I'm a goofy, man. I'ma
yeah,
play the role, man. I'ma play the role of a goofy just to
yeah,
see how far this goofy motherfucker go with
yes,
it.
Lord,
You know?
got
yes,
to.
Lord.
It's
Uh,
part of the lesson. You got to
for
learn from
sure.
that.
For sure. For sure. I say the most smartest motherfuckers in the world is those who listen and don't speak. You can learn a lot. Just sit the fuck
Yeah,
back and shut up sometimes. I done drunk a whole
Hmm.
lot of shut the fuck up juice.
right.
I know how to play my position in whatever situations I'm in and shit, you know. Some lives I'll go, I don't want to speak. I just want to sit in the cut. I'm in the air, you know. Sometimes I'm in the air, sometimes I'm on the ground putting in the footwork, you know. I spend a lot of time in the air though these days listening, you know, because I feel like I've used my voice a lot. I spoke on a lot, you know. That's why, you know, I've told both of y'all brothers multiple times, you know, you're more than welcome to come on my platform, bro. My platform is for me to allow my brothers and sisters to use their voices. I want to hear your truths. You know, I didn't gave a lot of mine. I didn't gave a lot of mine. You know what I'm saying? I want my brothers and sisters to speak theirs now. So any and every like, bro, I'm still waiting on you with the Moors situation.
Oh,
I'm still
word.
waiting for you to bring that to the platform.
We're
You
gonna get
know?
that shit popping soon. We're gonna get that established real soon. Cause I got time and yeah, I wanna really pop that off because I got a lot of evidence about, their background and where they came from and how they operate today. You know what I mean?
You can
We could
pop that
break
off a
it
little bit right
all
now for
down.
real, like because the thing about the Moors, right? Like I'm with the Moors thing, right? But as I've been seeing and looking and understanding certain things, like I'm kind of making myself hot, even telling people I'm a Moor. Like I believe the thing about the Moor, and you can like really be indigenous to the land and really have that paperwork. I'm making myself hot for real because the level of work, like I probably need to hear you tell some more. You probably really need to like give it up for real.
That that's that's why I've been waiting
I
for
don't
him
think
to
you should
do
come
it.
up here and prove nothing. I think you should spill everything you know for real. Everything how you feel
Yeah,
about it for real. Cause up here I don't think you ain't trying to prove nothing to me about nothing. I believe
right.
everything. I'm just thinking
Yeah,
I'm on the fence.
yeah.
I
My
mean,
shit is
me
gonna
me
be
personally, cause y'all know I've done. If y'all look at my other platform, What to Talk About Radio, cause I got 2 radio shows too, and I've done interviews with the Moors. I've done interviews with a Moor and the brother Ja Bricks. If y'all know who he is, one of
Yeah.
the Indians and shit. If y'all know, I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure both of y'all may have followed,
Yeah,
bro.
I know
I
who
got an
Job
interview with
Briscoe.
bro on my platform and shit with him and one of the Moors. Because at that time I really didn't have an understanding of who they were. And I noticed they was trying to lure me into that, but I was still standing on my nigga. I'm Cherokee Indian. You hear? I'm a wild Indian. You hear me? Like
A
I don't
Moor.
know anything outside of that. You know what I'm saying?
So
But
he a Moor. You a Moor. You a civilized Indian. You a Moor. You indigenous to this land. You come from this land. That's what more is. It's not. It's not a religion. It's not a. It's not a group of people. It's not like a group of people that's Moors. It's like we're all Moors. It's just now you have the option to claim who you are on paper. For real, as far as the Moors thing, you got you gotta claim you're indigenous, indigenous to the land type more. Not like what's the people that's from Maroon, Morocco and shit.
Morocco.
Morocco. But that's what I was about to say, bro. When it comes to the Moors, because I did hear like the dirty Moors, and then there's like a different another other type of Moors. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now I
Mhm.
have heard that.
They,
You feel
they
me?
call them the
But
Brutish
like
Moor.
far as those Moors,
Okay, Brutish
it's like
Moors.
all right.
They call
If
them the Brutish.
Moors
Yeah.
come from Morocco, right?
No, more
No, the
is just a
Brutish
term for
Moors.
black.
The Brutish Moors come from Morocco. Those are like different sets of like so-called African groups of people who are called the Brutish Moors. So they are not the Murs. See, it's two different terminology. You have Moors and you have Murs. So
Mm.
Murs would be the Aboriginals of this land. The
Okay,
Moors
Is
would
that
be
the
the people who come to this.
MURR?
Yes, the
Okay, I
M-U-R-R-S.
seen this, so it's making sense. It's adding up.
The MURRS is the Murs. Those are the mound builders. Those are the originals. Those are the people of Tamiri, the land of the beautiful land, which is
okay,
America.
right. That's
Then you
you.
have the Moor. You have the Moors, M-O-R. Those are the Europeans, or they
Okay,
would be considered Europeans today. They came from Morocco. Their establishment is with Morocco. So those are the people who brought so-called white people here, and they
Mm-hmm.
also created so-called white people,
Mm.
and they brought them along over here on the ships with them.
That's who was with Chris. That nigga Christopher. That bitch ass nigga
That was
Chris.
who was with Chris. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was
That
with
bitch ass nigga Chris.
that,
Hey, bro. But man,
yeah.
so
that's
all right.
So
So the
it's a
MERS,
different
see it.
set of them.
Damn, this is crazy.
It's
yeah. But
crazy how
that's
it
definitely
is.
facts because I've seen that, and
I
like I
know, but
said,
it's like,
um, if y'all familiar with Empress Rarebird. If any of y'all familiar with her, I've been tapping in with her as well. That's who
Yes,
I
I
mean
know who
not
that
Dane,
is.
Chief Pontiac. That's who a lot of his
Yeah,
information
that's
come
Big
from.
Mama. That's Big Mama.
Yeah, that's Big
uh,
Mom and shit. And I've heard her speak about that, as far as the Moors, and that we really Moors, even if we you don't say we Cherokee Indian, we Moors and shit, but it was a different
Mhm.
Moors, so
right.
Yes.
yeah, that's why we
So,
need you to
so,
break that down, bro.
so,
We
all right.
gonna
Can
stop
I
on
say
that.
what I? All right.
Go ahead,
Can
bro.
I say what I collected from right there though? All right, the Moors, we all Moors for real, but it's sets of Moors. So if you're indigenous to the land, you a Mer. You're not a Moor.
Yes.
Okay,
Right.
Yes.
Right. So
okay.
you can identify better to what you're trying to identify with. If you're saying
Mm-hmm.
you're a Moor, you don't identify with a Mer. You identify with the European thing, which is from Morocco and all that.
Exactly.
So you need to say
Exactly.
Mer so you can know exactly which way you saying you are Moor, which you are Mer.
Mm-hmm.
I got exactly what
Mm-hmm.
you're saying. Yeah, we definitely gonna need a
For
Yeah.
whole
sure.
joint for
We
this.
gonna do
For
that.
sure.
I'm gonna bring it up. I got the documents. I got records. I got books. I got shit. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, to just
we gotta do that
break
on
it
your
down.
TikTok. That's what you got. That's what we gotta do. We gotta come on your TikTok and do that.
That'll be a good one on the TikTok right there to start with. But yeah, that shit should be broken down because it really is a difference. And I done did talks with more. I done had talks with brothers that are Moors that say that there were dirty Moors, that say that there were sects that was doing shit that wasn't good. You know what I mean? Just like,
Mm-hmm.
it's duality within all this shit.
Hmm.
So it was some good ones. You had good Moors, you had, what I'm saying, bad Murs, but it's all, it's like we got to break that shit down, separate, draw the line in the sand, shit.
Yeah, I'm just on a level right now at this second. Like, I don't even want them to. I don't even want to put them on to what I got in my head. Like, I know who we are. I don't even want to let you know right now that I know that we who we are. Cause it's like I'm
Yeah.
doing some powerful stuff, and it's like I
Mm-hmm.
don't even want you on me right now. I do that a little
Yeah,
bit.
cause I
Like,
ain't gonna hold you, bro. If it's them other ones, that's try to connect. Yeah, trust me, cause I had to branch off from those. It was a lot of them too, bro. They was trying to lure me in. I promise you, they were.
Mhm.
They was trying to lure my ass in, bro. But once I realized that that's what it was, and then it was a lot of females that follow me that they started following, and then these females was coming back telling me certain things. Like, these dudes was in their inboxes coming on some other shit. I'm like, oh, okay. That's what they on? That's real shit. You
They
hear
on
me?
some
So,
freak bullshit because
yeah.
they on some freak bullshit because back in their time, back in they they was on some brothel shit. Like they had brothels, like they had white women and shit in their brothels, and they would dope them up with dopamine, opium, and shit like that. And they would run like big old sex rings with them. And they would call them harems. You know what I'm saying? Like that's an Arabic name for saying a fucking a sex club. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Prostitution. They was big on prostitution, especially with the Circassians, like these so-called these sets of white women that was over there in the world. They was selling them, man, like cattle,
yeah,
like real shit. That's why a lot of this, the Moors, like a lot of the Moors is in the Divine Nine up there where these people they be saying all the Jews run, but it's a black hand. They call it the black hand. And the
yeah,
black hand is a part they basically fund a lot of the shit that we see on social media within ourselves, like especially when it comes to entertainment. Like the rappers, these are the Moors doing that shit. And
right.
they got the game from pimping because that's what they came up off of. Selling, you
Uh,
know,
yeah,
they pimping and shit. That's what they do. They still pimping. Like there's legalized pimping. That's all it is.
and that's why I say about the Morse reels. Like, it's like being a mer or more is not like you're locked into a specific group of Moors. You
Mhm.
literally have your own jurisdiction. You are your own everything, and
Right.
you build from there. People be locked in. It's like
Yeah.
I'm a Moor now with this group of Moors. No, you're not. You are
Yeah.
your own entity.
I understand. Because at
Yeah,
the
I
end of the
overstand.
day, it's a
Yeah,
nation, it's a nationality, it's a nation
right.
of people. So it's not technically, you're not defined by the group, you're defined by your individuality, which is
Hmm.
your bloodline. You know what I'm
Now that
saying?
makes a lot more sense.
Right.
I mean, I always looked at them before even knowing, um, as like Muslims and shit, by the way they dressed and shit and all of that. It's like, man, that's the same more like a religion to me.
Hmm.
Versus spiritual brothers and sisters. Like it's more like a religion. Y'all follow a book or something. Like, and I couldn't get with that,
Hey,
at all. Couldn't get
and
with
Yeah.
that's
that.
why I want to stress the fact. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying, because that's what a lot of other black people is thinking too. It's a lot of our brothers thinking what you thinking, but the whole time you gotta stop lock. You gotta lock it into an individual thing. Like it's for you. It's
Mhm.
not for them. You are a more mer, whether you say it or not, or write the papers down or not. but it's for you. You are your own jurisdiction. You can create that whole everything they got. You can create the same thing and have your whole own law, religion, or whatever you believe in, and have your multitude of people follow that.
Yes,
You feel me?
yes.
I mean,
So
I
shit,
can
that's basically
believe
what
it
I've been
without
doing
you.
without even knowing. Then
right,
shit.
but if you
Right.
do it, but if you put yourself on paper, that's when they have to respect what you're doing. Then they can't get in the
Mm,
middle of what you're doing. They can't. They ain't got nothing to say about what you're doing. So definitely, I might just go ahead and go and do it for real. Because the only reason why I ain't doing it is basically off of fear of what they might see and be on me. But if I really believe what I'm saying,
Yeah.
that I don't, that shit doesn't matter. I'm going. I'm gonna do the paperwork for real.
because you could literally become tax exempt. You go into
All that.
stores, no taxes. You ain't paying no taxes. You basically your credit is up because you are the credit. You know what I'm saying? You become what I'm saying. It's a lot of things that you have advantages in when you become sovereign. When you become your own nationality. You become a nation. You become a nationality. You know what I'm saying? You can
Hmm.
move way more better than moving off of the black terminology. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I mean, the only thing I really don't respect with that and shit is, a lot of the people that can give us those documents in order to do these things, they charging. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things I don't respect when it comes to that. Because, like I said multiple times, I feel like if I knew something that I know would work for all of my people that I claim I love, man, all y'all getting this shit for free. Fuck is you talking about? That's how we can build. That's how we can destroy
Mhm.
these weak nigga mindsets and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Not
Yeah.
charge them up. You already know shit is the way that it is as far as this
See,
paper money. I keep in head that I am the currency. I've been carrying that mindset for a very long time now. I am the currency. I don't give a fuck about that paper money, that monopoly money. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I
all money
understand that
is
though. I understand that though, but like. It's like, yeah, everything come with money though, and they should be giving it for free. But the thing about charging somebody, son, you see how much they believe in what you're saying. You feel me? So if I want somebody that believe wholeheartedly what I'm saying, I'm gonna charge you just to see, because the other shit going to distract you from coming on, and that's what I want you to do. If I'm really seeking people to come in for real,
Right.
like I don't have no problem with
I
the
mean,
money because the money is going to it's going to show how much you willing to invest in yourself. That's how I see it for real. I see how you see it, but that's why I don't have no
I
problem with it. Invest in
I mean,
yourself.
I get it, brother. I get it 100%. I get it. I'm not going to get your thoughts on that at all. But only thing I'm saying as
This
far as
really
like the
just an
financial
increment.
state, the, the
It's like
financial
a
state that people are in right now. Motherfuckers barely have the money to pay these fake ass bills or whatever the case may be. Let alone have money to invest into that. You know what I'm saying? It'll be just taken away from stuff that's actually needed. But I get it. It will open up more doors. That way you won't have to invest so much money into all of that other shit. So it makes sense.
It
It
would it
makes
would
sense
take
to
it
do
would take like a soul like us for real to get it and then give it out for free. You understand me? Like
it.
right.
people is monopolizing off it because they playing games too with the real knowledge. You understand? So whoever's playing with it, this shit is real, but they want to charge you so you won't get to so you won't even come to it. You understand me?
Mhm.
So,
Mm.
but it's
Yeah.
there because
That's a
they can't
fact. That's a
because
fact.
of universal laws. This shit is here because of universal laws. They cannot tell you a lie. They only can mask it. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
So so this shit is here, but they charging you so it can stray you away. You feel me? This is
Yeah. And they learned it from 42 Laws of Power, the book.
that's Lord.
Mm.
The
Mm-hmm.
book is what teach
Mm-hmm.
them. This book right there tell you the rules to how to play the game. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
all a game. They gotta play the game. This shit is not personal. It's just business. You
Mm.
heard me?
Big
I gotta
facts.
feed my family. I
Big
got you. Know what I'm
facts.
saying? I gotta eat too. You heard me?
Mm-hmm.
Time is money, and money is time. So pay me some cho-chos for my time.
Mm. Yeah, me. Yeah, me.
That's all it is. Shit ain't personal. And I be feeling that same way. Like we shouldn't pay for it, but I feel like if you really want it, you will. You really want that change, if you really want that knowledge, you will. Cause you want to change. You want to do something new. So,
It's
change. Change. It's all it
it's
means.
understood. It's definitely understood and shit. You know,
Yes, sir.
different strokes for different folks. You know, some choose
Right.
to take different routes with when it comes to it. Like I said, it ain't meant for all of us to think the same way. It's definitely not meant for us to do that. You know, everybody have their own routes or whatever. You know, they choose to take. And that's what it is. You know, I always kept the mindset of what's for me is for me, what's not is not. If it's for me, it's going to land directly on my desk and I'm going to run with that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If it's not for me, it's not for me, you know. And I just never went off of what worked for other people. You know what I'm saying? Because I always felt like just because it worked for them doesn't mean it's going to work for me. If it's working for them, because that's for them, that was for them.
Right.
You know, that's why they took full control of whatever that is. That was for them. You know, it looks
Mhm.
good to me, sounds good to me, but is that for me? So that's why I choose not to take certain routes. But any of my brothers and sisters that do, I don't have nothing against that shit at all. You know,
Hell
that
yeah.
shit works for you.
We need some of that YouTube money. You heard me? Yeah.
Mm.
The
They've been
YouTube
telling me
money.
that for the longest time, bro.
That we need some of that YouTube money. Change
Word.
my life. Change my life. God damn it. Need some of that YouTube money. Give me some of that. Cause yeah, hey, that's the only way they paying up is entertainment.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Cause I done seen a lot of motherfuckers blow up off this YouTube shit.
Mm-hmm.
And niggas out here looking like
Monetize
rappers
me.
and shit.
Monetize me. I advertise. I'm gonna choose what I want to advertise. If it's some shit against what I don't stand for, then I won't advertise. But if it's
Man, the
something that
crazy thing
I
is
stand for, I will.
my main YouTube page is monetized and shit.
Mm-hmm.
My main page is monetized, but you know, none of my like radio shows or my podcast pages. But I'm not even really trying to get to that point, honestly. You know, if I do, I do. You know, but that's not in my head. Like that's not
Honestly,
part of my mission and shit. But if I get there, cool, I accept. You know what I'm saying? But
mhm,
that's just not my mission.
it'll just be icing on the cake. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
'Cause now you're getting paid for something that you're passionate about.
Big facts. Big facts. Big facts. That's how I
That's
feel
what makes
about
a
the cooking
difference.
shit. I just told my
Right.
people that yesterday, like, you know, I cook. I say, man, if I'm doing anything or work, had to work for somebody and it was doing that, like, that's not even a job to me. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's my gift right there. Like I take that very seriously, bro. Like I promise you I do. I take that very serious. But you know, my day gonna come, you know, where I'm able
Been
to
cooking for
expose
damn
that
near 8 years. I've been cooking for 8 years, bro.
and shit.
At a
I've been cooking for over 20. Over 20. I
professionally, I
started when
say.
I was 13, bro. I cooked my first meal at 13. And once I got the results that I got from that, and I went on. Like I was telling the dude, same dude, the Christian that I be having these back and forths with at work. You know, he be trying to come at me with the cooking shit or whatever. So I said, well, a lot of people learned how to cook by watching their people's cooking, like grandma, mama, whoever in the kitchen and shit. You know, I said, I never watched anyone. Like this shit came within, like this was meant for me. You know, I didn't watch anyone out of they recipes or nothing. You know what I'm saying? This shit is in me, and
Mhm.
I created my own seasonings, my own sauces, all types of shit, bro. I be coming out. I'm very creative when it comes to my food. Like you might see something that I post and be like, "Oh, that's just some such and such." I guarantee you, it ain't just some such and such. You taste this shit, it ain't just some such and such. I can guarantee you that. No, I put my own oomph into everything I make. It is not the same as no one else's.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yes, sir. You
Hey,
gotta
bro,
sell
I
it.
don't give a fuck if it was an egg on bread. I don't give a fuck if it was an egg on bread. It's gonna be a different type of egg on bread. I promise you that.
Yeah, we screaming from Twitch too. I got this. I got this shit. I got a scream from Twitch too. If you see the phone right here and shit.
Word. Oh, you
Yeah,
on Twitch?
I'm on
Man,
Twitch right now.
man,
Streaming.
hey, that's another one that's
Yeah,
motherfucker could definitely run it up on for sure. For
What's
yeah.
sure.
it called?
Shout out to your Twitch, man.
Twitch.
That's why I need my 3 phones back, man. I used to be 3 phones. Jeez, I can't even do the shit I used to do no more. I promise you, bro.
Piece of Cantlow on Twitch.
But you're gonna have to send me that, bro. You're gonna have to
I
send me your
got you.
Twitch. I think I downloaded Twitch on this phone. I just didn't, jump into it for real. But we can
Yeah,
definitely
let's
like
do
like I
it too.
said, I'm willing to support my brothers on their platforms as well. You know, that's how we gonna build
Nah, for real. Yeah, that's how we doing the right thing. We supposed to be doing right now. You heard me?
for sure.
I love it. I love it, y'all.
Hey man, so Peter, how the brothers make that Detroit situation happen, man? Let's dibble in that. Shout out to Chicago as well, because I've been watching a lot of what they're doing down there on the Unity uh tip. So that's big as
So,
well. But I want this shit to get spreaded all over, in all cities and states. I want this shit to become a major thing everywhere. And then that once we establish these things in our own areas, then we can connect like Voltron. That's what I mean by
right. That's
Transformers, bro. Connect like Voltron. It will be so fucking powerful. It ain't gonna be no way they can stop it. You
Yeah.
know?
So Uncle T, I don't know if you know about Uncle T, but Uncle T from Challenge to Change down Baltimore down the hill. He reached out to the guy from Detroit. He locked in with him. Uncle T, like he kind of famous now for real. He be moving around. He be with Mike Epps a lot now for real. You look
Okay.
up, yeah, you gotta look up Uncle T, one Uncle T, Terry. You gotta look
Word.
up Terry for real. So he got them to come down the hill for real. Young Moose and all them, right? The
Oh yeah, I know
rappers,
moves for
Freaky.
sure.
All right, that's their Uncle T. But
Okay.
he been
I
trying to get
probably
them out of
know
it.
bro then. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah,
I probably know bro. You know?
yeah. Tell you what, Terry Gant. I don't know if he Terry Gant for real, Uncle T for real. So
Word.
that's Lord Moose and Freaky and them uncle or whatever. So he got them to come down the hill and do all that really. So
Okay.
but I'm locked in with Uncle T. So he pulled us in to their family, Lake Wild Rich Community Center, East Miami Main Street, all to show all the unity through all the organizations down the hill and bring him in to show like reinforcements to let the city know like you ain't by yourself. You feel me?
Facts.
So
Facts.
yeah, that's how it happened though.
Word. Much love to that, man. Shout out to those brothers. You heard me for sure.
Thank you.
For sure. Yeah. That's what's up, man.
Tip of this.
That's what's up. I want that shit to spread though. I want that shit to spread and become something bigger than what it is, and I know that it is. I know that it is. We just gotta stand on it, bro. That's all I'm saying. We just gotta stand on it because things has happened before. Movements have been created, a lot. This has happened a lot of times, bro. But it was never stood on, or even it was something that destroyed it, which that's what they do. That takes me back to what I was saying about us
Yeah,
presenting a lot on these social media platforms. We're letting them know what we're trying to do or what we're doing. So now they sit back coming on up with whatever plan to destroy that shit. And it always works because they got more angles or whatever you have, whatever label you want to put on that. They have ways. They definitely have ways. So it's like I feel like we have to do the building behind closed doors, then kick the door down. You know, then kick the door down.
right.
No.
Right. So that's what's happening right there. We doing the closed doors, but like the media side, like you part of the media side, like him too. For he got TikTok. I'm building the Twitch. We gonna be the ones that's gonna get the word out for real. Ain't no these media outlets is never gonna come out with them. It's gonna be us traveling through these Ethernets, which they got their eyes on. It's just that we just don't spill a lot. I promise you, what we just spilled today is not a lot. They just know
Hey,
what's on our mind, but they taking us for a joke for real. Like, but
big fact.
they don't really know the real work and what's really on our minds. We only really touching the surface of it for real. And right now they won't figure out till it's too late. Because if once this is at a high degree, the work is already put in place and it's gonna get done.
They
So
put
by
in
the
place.
time they realize, they always catch on late. Once they catch on, this shit
It's gonna be too
it's
late.
gonna be already
It's gonna be
in
too
motion
late.
to a point. You can't stop it. Because once the masses understand what's going on, then they can't make a move because then the masses are gonna make a move on them. You understand? So that's why they try and dictate. But if we control the Ethernets and the internets and pitting it out how we need to pit out and we getting who we need to get, that's why it's not about getting everybody. It's about getting the souls that's really with it for real. So
That's a
we don't
fact.
you understand? So what we saying is kind of coded. We don't even know what we saying is coded. It's already coded for the people that's attracted to what we are giving. So the ones that's coming just for clicks and just to look at it and just hear the bullshit, they're gonna just hear the bullshit. It's so much spiritual bullshit going on that they don't even know we speaking spiritual bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? We talking about
What?
it need to be
Come
they
on
we
now.
talking about it need to be work, but we not even really talking about the work for real. We talking about what I done done, but what I done done, they don't even know they're in depth of that shit for real. And I ain't even about to spill it. They don't even know how deep this shit really go for real and how much work has already been laid right now. They don't even know nothing about that. And they really think right now we talking spiritual bullshit. Like even when we get the platform to where it's at, they just gonna be like, all right, they talking spiritual bullshit. We don't really see the work, right? You're not gonna see the work because we ain't talking about it. We ain't pitting no blast. You
Big
just gonna
fact.
see, the outcome of it. You like, damn, how these niggas get so strong like that? How these niggas talking across the country like that? How's all this shit happening at one time like this? You don't know because we ain't tell you we was gonna do this shit at this time. We already
Big
done locked
fact.
in. You just seen us connecting on the internet, but you don't know if we really connecting behind the scenes. You feel me? So we gotta keep pushing how we pushing. We gonna be the ones that get this shit out for real for the people that need it, the people that's looking for it for real. It's gonna get to it for real. And we ain't gotta worry about nobody. We just gotta worry about doing what we gonna do with a plan and strategy. And our strategy is not letting too much out, just working. And that's all we gotta do. Just work and put out what we want to put out,
Facts.
which is the knowledge. And if you go follow and see, and if you got eyes, you can really see. So that's why I'm just telling you where to go see the work at. If you ain't got the eyes, you ain't gonna see the work anyway. So it don't matter. So we gotta just keep giving this knowledge up, keep giving it up. And if they got eyes, they will see. We ain't doing
Really?
too much talking. We only talking about the knowledge and things that need to be done in our experiences. Other than that, you're gonna have to go follow what we talking about and see the work. And if your eyes is open, you're gonna see. So we ain't really gotta worry about nothing. All we gotta do is keep moving with good intent and fulfilling what we need to do with strategy and with a plan how we got going on. Is that what we talking about? Cause you got ears. Yeah, just because you got
Overstood.
ears doesn't mean that you can hear. You feel me?
I
Yeah.
told him, bro, we can't make it make sense to those who have none. You know, don't let that
Don't
go over
try.
their heads. Don't let
Don't
that go
try.
over their heads. You know, we can't make it make sense to those who have none. But you know, it's going to resonate to those who is meant to resonate with, for surely. A seed will be planted by
I
your
love
voice,
y'all.
my voice, and brother's voice. I promise you that. A seed will be planted, and that's all that matters in my world. You know, I don't give a fuck if I plant a half a seed. You know, that half a seed gonna eventually grow. It's gonna eventually grow. I
Go
promise
sit.
you that. You know, so
Yeah, go sit.
I love y'all. I love y'all.
I love you more, my brother.
I'm 70 years old, right? I
Mm-hmm.
had to get I had to give religion up. I had to stop going to the churches because of what y'all saying. I've been here like an hour or so listening to y'all, And I just love y'all, man. Just keep it going, man.
Yeah, I love you more,
Both
my
of
brother.
y'all, man. The more
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
I
it,
can
guys.
talk about that, I can talk about this. It all comes to one thing: the truth.
That's
The
true.
truth. The
That's gonna set
truth.
us free.
And set you free. You took the words out my mouth, my brother.
I
Well, I
love
took them out
y'all.
of yours. You know,
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
appreciate the love, my brother. And it's
Yes,
definitely
sir.
returned.
Yes,
Genuinely.
sir.
You hear
Yes,
me? You know. I spoke about that before too, bro. You know, how, it's a lot of brothers and sisters that I'll say that shit to and really mean it wholeheartedly. Like, I love
I
you.
mean,
But, the fact that a person can't say that right back to you like that, or they'll hesitate before they can actually say it right back to you, that to me, that means they haven't reached a certain level of
that's right.
understandings yet. I can say it directly back to you and mean that shit
That's
when
right.
I say it directly back to you, because I know what life consists of. And if love is the key to all of this shit,
Come on, man. Come on, man.
love is
Tell the
the
truth.
key to all of this shit.
Come on,
If
man. We
you're not
did it.
spreading that, you're not doing shit.
You ain't doing nothing.
Come on now.
Mhm.
All right,
That's
man.
real facts.
That's what it is, though. And the people that's caught up and messed up about love and got all this type of bullshit about love, it ain't love. It's most likely you and you making the wrong decisions based off of what you think love is for real. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you feel me?
Mhm.
Because you probably ain't have no respect for love. And when you got some respect for love, you choose who you giving your love to and how you love yourself. First of all, how you love yourself, and how you love yourself is going to depend on how you love others for real. So if you treat yourself a certain way, then you will know how to give your love out. And the problem is that we give our love out to the wrong people, and then
Facts.
whenever it go wrong, we blame it
But
on
look,
love. But it ain't.
I,
You don't hate love. You gotta
that that
understand. Yeah.
that go back to what you said, bro. I gotta piggyback on that.
Mm-hmm.
You said you gotta love yourself,
Yep.
right? But so in order to love anyone else, you
Yes.
have to love self first. So it's like people that haven't practiced
Mm-hmm.
self-love, right? But
Mm-hmm.
they sit and they say I love you to a lot of people, even their own children. Bro, I'm only speaking based off of experiences. I had to really tell my children, my star seeds. Like, I say, man, look, I really didn't love y'all all that time that I was saying that I loved y'all. They say, why you say that, Dad? Because I didn't love myself.
Mm-hmm.
So where is that love coming from? If
Mm-hmm.
I don't love myself, how the fuck can I say I love you? So you love others more than you love yourself? What are we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
That's
What are we
real.
talking about?
I love this brother.
That's why we can't love properly, because that's why people not loving properly. That's why people using their love improperly, giving love to wrong people because they don't love themselves. So
Facts.
that's all go back to loving yourself. But once you love yourself, then you gotta understand the respect level of love, though. Like, you gotta have
Mm-hmm.
some respect for love. You got the respect for love comes in how you give your love out, because
Mm-hmm.
if you're a fragile being and you fragile with your love, which everybody is, you
Yeah.
should know you gotta observe things before you show a certain level of love to a person. Love is action.
Fact.
So
Facts.
before you
Mhm.
show that
I
love
agree.
to a person, you
Definitely
have
agree.
to, yeah, you gotta analyze things before you discard things. Because if you discard it, then you'll take out the missing piece to keeping things going. Because if I'm not dealing with you out of love and dealing with you based off of statistics or what the fuck I went through, is going to all go wrong. But it's like it all is going to go back to you though at the end of the day. So it's like you deal with self love, then you'll figure out how to love others. But my thing is that people putting the wrong label on love based off of that reason alone, for real. But it's like you can't stop at loving yourself. You got to get into it about having some respect for love. Because once you respect love itself, then you will understand how to deal with love accordingly, even with yourself. You feel me?
When you
Mhm.
love, you gotta love
Well,
love.
Mhm.
You gotta learn how to love love. Learn
facts.
to love love.
I
Love is to
mean,
be loved. I'm sorry, I apologize.
No, go ahead. I want you to speak.
No, I
We
wasn't
all to
even
speak,
invited
my
here.
brother. Go ahead. You
I
got the
wasn't invited
platform
here, but
right
my
now.
spirit brought me here.
We speaking to
Y'all
the elders. You
conversation.
hear me? So
Yeah.
Man, y'all brought me here, man. I was always on the other end of the couch. Y'all conversation, the words y'all say, I felt y'all. I could feel you. I said, Pete, where you at? Pete said he was in another state. I said, I feel him right here. I feel his heart. That's why I said, I love you. And I do love you. Because I love my
keep it
son.
moving, my brother.
I heard when the brother said something about God within us. We all are gods.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord said he creates his own image in his likeness.
Mm-hmm.
He get angry, we get angry.
Mhm.
He says the time for everything. Time to destroy, time to build.
Hmm.
It's a time for everything. I go to the Quran. Most Americans, we gotta talk a lot about the Moors. The more civilized the Europe's. The
Yes,
Europeans,
they did.
they was in the mountains on fours.
Hmm.
Generation, they didn't even know how to walk no more. The Moors said, get up. This is how you do this thing. They went to Rome and put toilets so they could have running water. They separated them from the chicken pots because everything was in the palace.
Yep.
That's how chicken pots started. The Moors.
Yes, sir.
Man, you know what's oh
It's
my
the
goodness,
alpha duck.
brother.
You know what an
My
alpha duck
brother.
is? You know what an
It
alpha duck is?
Concerning us here,
Yeah, alpha duck. They're the water systems of Europe.
yes,
That's what the Moors created. The alpha
that's
duck.
right. That's right. I didn't know exact word until I
Yes,
heard you
sir.
repeated it, right? Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
man,
Civilized it. Because
that validates a lot of what I was saying. That validates a lot of what I said a couple of years ago, bro, when I was like, how do they know so much about our people? Like it's like they know the reactions they're gonna get from everything that they do. Like I always question, like, how did they know that so much? How did they know us that much? It had to been our own.
Yo, listen,
Had to been our own.
not only our own though, they are they look at how we move and then they throwing things out and see how you react to it. So once you
Yeah,
react to
yeah.
that, so when
I'm
you
gonna
react
agree
to
with
that,
you on
they got
not
another
our
move.
own, because I say everybody that walk like us, talk like us, and look like us is
Ain't
not
us.
us. So
Ain't
they're
us.
opposing to be a us. Let me say that, posing
Mm-hmm.
to be a us.
Imposters.
And but
Imposters.
basically, they learned some shit from us, our ways of life. This is my personal feelings. You know, I feel like they learned some shit from us by us attaching ourselves to them, thinking that they were a part of us, but then they taught them everything about us, and that's how they know about us so much, and that's why their plans that they throw out there, they create, they get in their lab or whatever the fuck they do, and when they throw it out there, they already know the reactions that they're going to receive from this shit. Why? Because we've been under the controlling for so long. That's why they created
There you go. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
the projects where you can
There
keep
you go.
everyone in one place and
There you go.
control
There you go.
everyone at one. Yeah, man. Okay.
The red line, the blue line, blacks couldn't go past here. The houses were built in the community just to destroy us. We live around environments where all the gas and the films come right to us.
Hmm.
All this indoctrination and propaganda over
Mm-hmm.
periods of slavery.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
It will
life
affect
right
their
there.
essence. It still affects us. How can it stop?
That's a royal knight right there. Moor, Blackamoor.
There you go.
He's a
There you
king.
go.
He's a knight.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? That's our history. That's our real story.
Come on,
Not the
man.
his story. Not the his story. It's
Not
the
the
real
his
story.
story.
Not the his story.
Hey,
That's
bro,
our
Hey,
what?
story.
bro,
King.
if you don't study history, hey, bro, if you don't study
Mhm.
history, you're bound to repeat it.
Damn
So you
sure.
got to
That's
study
Yeah,
history
man.
because you will repeat it. Ain't
a
Big
fact.
nothing new
facts.
under the sun.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Big
yeah.
It's a
facts.
360.
That's why I say
It's just a,
I'm here to break chains and
there
Mhm.
you
break
go, bro.
cycles. You hear me? Break
There you
chains
go,
and
bro. Let
break
me see
cycles.
y'all. There you go, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I had to say
It's
something,
crazy,
bro.
bro. I said it in one of my raps. Y'all know I'm not a rapper though. I said still speaking his story from fake ass wars. We recreating his story that replaced yours. You hear me? Like what?
Mhm.
That's fine. That's just the truth. I apologize for interfering, y'all.
You're not
Nah, you
interfering, my brother. You're a part of
Okay,
this now.
all right, thank you.
You listen. He can show the face and everything, brother. You know, and all that. You're a part of the platform, bro.
Thank you. I like to like be with y'all honest one day. We just talk about different things. If, you
You
invite
already
me in
opened
one
up the
day.
door for that. You know.
Okay, my man, I ain't gotta say no further. I wouldn't be talking now.
Yes, sir.
for
Yes,
sure.
sir. We here right now. Hey, I got time. Like, I haven't done any, podcasts in a minute. So, obviously it was meant for all of this to happen. I know that for
Yes.
sure. You know.
Everything have a purpose. Everything have
Mm-hmm.
a purpose. Every moment,
Mm-hmm.
every second.
Mm-hmm.
See that?
What's that,
But
bro? I can't really see it because
this
my
is the
screen's
this
so
is
damn
the
small on this
yeah, this the
StreamYard shit. So
Moors of Yorkshire. This the Negroes, the coat of arms, the noble families. You know what I mean? This is what they kept from us. They kept our royalty. They kept our history. They kept our
There,
real story
there you
and
go.
changed it and
Yeah,
whitewashed it and
Talk about
put a
every day.
fictional story that we came from slaves, but really it's the opposite. You know what I mean?
hmm, hmm.
Oh man.
I never had that slave mentality. Like, bro, I've never ever felt like I was no fucking slave. I never felt none of that, bro. Like, so it never resonated with me in no type of way. I felt like, man, shit. If I move the way I move and I feel the way I feel and think the way I think, I know my ancestors thought like this too. Fuck you talking about? We
Mhm.
wasn't trying to hear none of that bullshit. How could three people of a family, like four at the most, it'd be like when we watch these shits on movies, right? It'll be like a family of four that has a bunch of Negro slaves and shit. Like, we let these four goofy motherfuckers really tell us what the fuck to do, and nobody done nothing. Is you crazy?
The
You
lie.
crazy? And none of us don't. Come on, bro. Thinking how we think. You hear me? Us
I
being
got
who
your
we
point.
are, we really allow that. Fuck you
No.
talking about? We not
that's
trying to. We
why.
won't even allow another nigga to treat us any type of way. Let
Yes,
alone
yes,
let them weak ass motherfuckers do it. Like what?
yes, bro.
That's why I kind of came to the conclusion that like
Yes,
them we was like them slaves was casualties of war. It was wars going on. We just didn't let niggas take the land. Like our
Mhm.
people,
Word,
our people
word.
helped them get the land, but we wasn't just going for that. It was that's why you hear about all these different wars going on. You be like, damn, it
Yeah,
was this many wars was going on. That's because we
yeah.
was fighting back for the land for real. We was fighting back to get them
They
niggas
call
off.
it they call it the 7-year Indian Wars. You
You
heard
know
me?
what's going
Mm.
on?
7-year Indian Wars that disguised as the Civil War, but that whole Civil War is a 7-year war. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For them usurping us out of our lands because during the Civil War you had the South and the North, which was brothers against brothers. You heard me? It was black on black crime, my G.
yes.
Black on
Right.
black crime.
So
Y'all see that?
they was casualties,
Come
bro.
on, bro. Tell the truth.
Yeah,
That's right.
the
Right,
Buffalo
bro.
Soldiers. That's
Yeah.
us.
I'm waiting to
That's
get
right.
some information. That's my grandfather. This is an article on my grandfather.
The
What?
Buffalo
My
That's a
Soldiers.
blessing,
grandfather
you know
was a
that.
10th Cavalry Buffalo Soldier. You hear me?
What?
You
Sergeant
can't talk
Major
while talking shit because you
Edward
mess up the
W.
footage.
Johnson. You hear me?
Hmm.
So I'm waiting to get some more information on that
Yes, sir. You should do your
before.
genealogy. Go look it up on what's the I forgot the best site, but it's a couple genealogy sites out there. You can connect with your family all over America
Mm-hmm.
through your through that information right there. You know, You could make your family tree. You could build your family tree.
Oh, I did that. Come on, bro. You know I done the work, man.
Okay.
You know I done the work,
You gotta
bro.
do the
That's
work,
how
man.
I everything added back up to this Cherokee
Yeah,
Indian shit because I done the work. I didn't just
that's
go
good.
off somebody saying we the Indians. No, Dane Calloway said I'm just here to make you think. Do
Yes.
your own research, and that's what the fuck I did. My
Yeah.
own
I
research.
use Ancestry.com.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was a big
Mm-hmm.
help. It
Hey,
led
I
me
took
to
I took advantage of that package for that free 30 days. Fuck they talking about.
hell yeah,
I took
that free
advantage of that package. Yeah, man.
30
Yeah. Fuck is they talking
Yeah.
about?
I didn't pay
Yeah.
for the full subscription, but I did use the 30 days to my
Man, that
advantage.
free 30 days, I got the biggest package because the biggest package gonna give you the most information. I got it all
Mhm,
documented, man. I saved a lot of shit. It's in my
mhm.
motherfucking Gmail and shit. So I
That's
got a
how you
lot
do
of the
that.
things that I received from there. That's why I remember I asked on your live one day, bro, did anybody ever hear of Duck Hill, Mississippi? You remember I asked y'all that one day on your
Yeah, I
live and
remember
shit?
that.
Like anybody
I
ever heard
remember
of
that.
Duck Hill, Mississippi and shit? Because that's something that came across my ancestry or whatever. It was a chief named Chief Duckhead, you know. So
AfricanAncestry.com. I don't believe in it for real. I think it's all bullcrap for real.
I
I
mean,
mean, because everybody African. It's like everybody's African. So it's like y'all just scrambling data around that you want to just give me and say I'm here. I'm from here. How you know this? I just know I don't know. I probably because I'm just a super conspiracy theorist, and then it's like, and then after that, not only that, you can't tell me who the Israelites is. You can't. Where's the blood test for the chosen people that say? I don't know if y'all still, but I don't know if y'all believe that or not. I don't know if that's
I do.
true.
I
Because
do.
yeah, because the story of Jesus. Yeah, because the story of Jesus, everybody agreed to the story of Jesus. You understand me? That person, fuck the name, just the person, the energy, that person, that being. Everybody agrees to this person.
mm-hmm.
So if you agree to that person, you agree to the chosen people, and then you agree to Israelites. So why
Yeah.
ain't no why ain't no an Asian ancestors, whatever that shit is for real? Because Israel's in Asia, Israel's not in Africa. You feel me? But it's just a bunch of, they
Yeah.
can't tell
You
me who the
right.
Israelites is. Where's the blood test for the Israelites? If you can't tell me where the Israelites at, like I
They
feel
got
like
the
all that
blood.
shit
They got
janky.
it. They got it. They got the they have the what you call it, the not the phenotype, but what is it called?
Yeah, talk to me,
Haplogroup.
please.
It's called haplogroup. Haplogroup. You heard me? Haplogroup.
Elaborate.
A
Elaborate.
haplogroup is a DNA particles basically where they have did the studies and they know each haplogroup and who is belongs to who. So doing this science studies, they have the haplogroup for so-called African Americans. So-called African Americans have a haplogroup, and I believe it's H1B1. One of them, but that H1B1 literally goes back to the tribes of Israel, which are the black people, so-called American Indians. We would be that because when you go in different haplogroups, the so-called Africans, they're different. They don't have the same haplogroup, and white people don't have the same haplogroup. So that's how they already determine
Okay.
how we are the chosen people. We only go back to this certain haplogroup, and the other people don't. And it's people that look like us, that so-called Africans, they look like us, but they don't have the
Mm-hmm.
same blood as us, which is a
Mm-hmm.
haplogroup.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know
So
what
how
I
do
mean?
you do this? So how do you be test outside for the hybrid group so you can know that you an
I
Israelite?
mean, me personally, bro, I'm only gonna trust it if it's coming from our own. As far as the
Yes,
genealogy and doing the blood tests and all that, man, I really don't trust that shit because that's still their shit. They not
See,
gonna tell us who the fuck we are. So
it's
the
I
coming
don't
from
trust
it's
none of that
coming from
shit, bro.
us.
Me personally, I have to go off of my grandmama's voice, which
So
was Big
so
Mama to me. You hear me? She was really head honcho. You know, both of my grandmothers on my father's and my mother's side were the oldest out of all the siblings. There's a reason behind it. They were both the leaders. Like, I've witnessed this, I've watched this with my own eyes. Them,
yeah,
play
but
that
listen,
role.
every day
So
that these white people said ain't false. You understand? The only reason why I understand that and know that and feel that and believe that is because universal laws. Universal laws says you can't lie. Like that's why you see truth inside of movies and shows because they only can mask a lie. They only can give it to you in the way to you got
yeah,
you
that's
gotta
why
you gotta solve it.
they tell their truths through lies, if that makes sense.
L truths.
They
They tell
they
L
they
truths.
tell they tell those truths through lies. You
Yeah,
know,
but it's not a
yeah,
lie though. It's just deceit. You feel me? It's
yeah, I
deceiving you
get it,
because you
I
can
get it.
still find the truth inside of it because it's
Yeah,
there for
facts,
you. You feel
facts.
me? So
Mm-hmm.
it's like certain things you gotta decipher for yourself. Maybe it's in your journey to not listen to none of that shit for your journey. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So it's probably meant for you not to listen to none of that shit because for your journey. But for me, I know that some of this shit is truth, and you gotta know and decipher how it is. For I can't really explain it. I just know that I got the ears and eyes for what I believe for my
I
truth. You
mean
feel
that
me?
that's
So
that's why I said, bro, what's
yeah.
for you is for you, was not is
Uh,
not, right? You
mm-hmm.
know, if that shit resonates with
Very
you
well.
and
Very
you find truth within it, that's what it is. You know, I'm not here to
Mhm.
judge anyone. You know, I don't do debates and none of that shit, bro, with none of my brothers and sisters. You know, your truth is your truth. Like I said, it's not meant for all of us to think the exact same way. You
Uh-huh.
know, it ain't meant for it to be that way. You know, but we ain't got to judge each other nor go against. I'm always going to
Right.
respect your thoughts the
Mm-hmm.
same way that I would want you to respect mine. You know, we ain't never gonna handle back and forth. We never gonna, I'm not gonna try to make my truths more truthful than your truths or none of that shit, bro. We just here to speak our truths. You know, whoever it
Yeah, yeah,
resonates
nothing
with,
but
that's what it
Like
is.
I,
If
I
not,
looked up my coat of arms. Like your last name goes back to a royal bloodline, like your coat of arms. Like like they taught us that your last name go back to these so-called slave masters that had
mm-hmm,
you on a plantation. But
mm-hmm,
really,
that's what they
these
say.
don't go back to slave masters. They go back to royal bloodlines, which are the Europeans, the Moors of your family crest. So if you look up your last name and you look up coat of arms, you can literally find out that you're an Israelite through that because they biblically recorded things from that last name. Like my father's last name is Brown, and I found out through his last name that that coat of arms goes back to the fleur de lis. So the fleur de lis, that's that symbol in New Orleans that they use with the three little. It looked like a little flower, or that they use it on the Saints.
All right, I know about the Saints logo.
The
Yeah.
Saints logo.
Mm-hmm.
The Saints logo is a fleur de lis. That's what it is. It's a fleur de lis. That goes back to the ancient Britons. That goes back to the Judah, the Lions of Judah. So that's a tribe. That's a Hebrew Israelite tribe, the Lions of Judah. Judah are the Europeans. You know what I'm saying? Because you had what it was. You had 10 tribes. 10 tribes would be the ones that were in America. The 10 tribes are the American Indians. Then you had other tribes that was outside that didn't come on slave ships or didn't come like that on slave ships. That's Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. You know what I'm saying? Judah, Benjamin, Levi are most likely the Europeans. You know what I'm saying? They closer to that's Jamaicans, you know what I'm saying? Haitians, and some the darkest of our brothers, the darkest of our brothers that are American Indians. They would be Judah. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No,
That's
that's
how
right.
that's how that shit that's how that shit goes. It's like so it's all a historical shit. We just gotta put the pieces together because that it happened in a way to where we don't understand, but that's how it happened. Like we are the Europeans, we are the Moors, we are the American Indians, we are all of these nationalities.
Right.
They just have been scruffed out and whitewashed to where we don't know technically who we are anymore because all these lands been invaded. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
By white caricatures. So we'll call them proxy, because they basically stand in place of the and play the imposters of the people who are the really from the land, which are the indigenous people, which are so-called black people. You know what I mean?
No, that's right there though. That's right there.
That's how
I
they
believe,
did
I
it, man.
believe, I believe all our people. I believe that the Israelites is here for real in this country for real. The chosen
Hell
people is
yeah.
here. You feel me? This is
We
who all the
right
odds
here.
is on. This is who they try to bring down. This is who they this is yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We relate to the Israelites in the Bible for real. The story of the Israelites. This is the
Mm-hmm.
story that we have. We literally have the same story, so it aligns with us. I don't even want to go off the Bible though. It's just you could just our character,
Yeah,
how we just carry it, how we are as a people here. All the
facts.
spotlight is on us. So everybody, we set the standard for the world. Everybody look,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't have no land, like, and that's the true Israelites though. So I
That's the
believe the
crazy
Israelites
part.
is us. We the chosen people. That's here.
We the chosen people, bro. But they
For
hid
sure.
it and they covered it up. They took it for themselves. See what I'm saying? See what they got mad about was during the time when Esau and Jacob, but Esau would represent the so-called white man of today. He's the Roman. You know what I'm saying? So Esau, what he did, he sold his birthright to Jacob. You know what I'm saying? For some fucking soup, some lentil soup. So he didn't want his birthright. He didn't want it. He rather took the soup over the birthright. So after Jacob had got the birthright and the blessings because of certain circumstances, Esau got mad at Jacob and said and deemed to say he gonna fuck us up forever because of what we did as far as we stole the blessings. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Esau. So that's why Esau mad at us because Esau know that the birthright belonged to us, but he took it by force. And he took it off of knowing that we were God's people. And if we disobey God, then the shit will fall back into his hands. So that's how he created Christianity to manipulate the actual book. So we didn't know the true living God. And we focus on this Christianity, which is worshiping an idol created in their image. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's
That's
how we
why.
get fucked up. That's how we getting fucked up because we stop worshiping the true living God, which is ourselves, which is within, and serving ourselves. And now we serving all these other nations under idols, under false titles and shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's exactly why I don't dive too much into. That's why I don't reference too much to the Bible for be getting people tangled up. That's why I be staying on the surface, but still
Mm-hmm.
going in deep for real. But it just saying like I can recognize who we are by the people how we are, just how you can just see us by nature. So I try to
Mm-hmm.
lock in it. I try to lock in on that with people so they won't even get distracted by the Esau stuff. They'll start going into the politics of that shit. Like and they
Mm-hmm.
get lost into the politics of if Esau even true, is it really red? Do the red mean the white people do it? They just start saying stupid shit for real. So I be trying to
Right, right.
just I just try
Yeah,
to lock
it's really
straight in.
stupid ideology because it don't went too far to where people done created their own sound, their own doctrines, and it causes confusion. Because you know, when I came into the truth, everybody had already established that Esau was the white man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody argued with that fact. But now in 2025, it's disputes up against that fact, saying that white people aren't Esau. They're saying Esau was a so-called black man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a lot of confusion, but it got to be one truth. It got to be one truth to that. You know, even though it's two things put out there in the airwaves, it's up to us to come to the conclusion of what's the real truth of it, or is
Right.
it true at all? You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's what I'm saying. I went
Hey,
so deep. I went so deep into that I understand that that shit is a distraction right there, put in place for you to debate over that. That's why I get
Mm-hmm.
away from it and don't even talk about the politics at all. I just tell people to look at the nature of the situation.
Yes, exactly.
You can physically see what's going on of who the chosen people, of how people are attracted to them, how they've been burned
Mm-hmm.
down, why are they being burned down. You can see, if you got eyes, you really can see who
You're
are the
right.
chosen people. And I stay on that wave so you won't even get me entangled in all that shit. We losing
I
time on
understand.
conversation. You feel me?
I
So I don't even
understand.
play. I don't play with them like that for real on no
Yeah,
religion. So
I learned to dumb my shit down too because the knowledge ain't really the love. You know, the love
yeah,
is the way you treat people, the way the empathy you have for your brothers and sisters. The compassion. Like when I was in the knowledge, I used to bash my brothers for not knowing what I knew,
mhm,
and that created this ego to where I felt like I was better than them because I know what I know and they don't know it. So with that journey and me being in that rage of, man, they don't know what I know, and just downing my brothers and sisters, that's why I got out of it, because I was like, this ain't productive. Like, this is not, you know what I'm saying? This ain't love. This is just a whole bunch of ego boasting. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I bounced up out of the Hebrew Israelite whole paradigm, because it was like, yo, y'all niggas really just forcing an ego upon yourselves to where y'all feel like y'all enforcing your own people and belittling your own people because they don't know what you know now. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Uh,
And
And
then, yeah,
that's what
you're
I
right.
say,
So this,
like,
the shit is ridiculous when you really come up out of it and you become more spiritual than just focusing on what's in that book, and you start really coming down to earth with your people and knowing that, man, shit, I'm just like them. Like, I'm no better.
that's why
You
you
know,
always heard me say,
I
I am you
never,
and you are me. You know,
I
I,
never can say I can put myself on a pedestal just because of what I know.
hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
that's how I figure. I'm on the same page with you. Like, I just dumbed it down, and I still move. I still know what I know, but I'm not in it to make an ego trip like these people are beneath me because I know what I know. You know what I mean?
I
That's
mean,
why I
that's one thing
realized that shit
I've
matters.
never done along my journey. Even in the beginning of my awakening, I never wanted people to feel that way. And that's why every time I've ever spoke, I always be like, man, I am you and you are me. You know what I'm saying? I don't speak as if I'm better than you or bigger than you. I'm just a better and bigger me. That's all I can tell you. I am a better version of me, you know, and that's what it's all about. Reaching that
Exactly.
level of becoming a better version of self, not repeating the same
Mhm.
cycles, growing. It's called growth, growth, growth. You're supposed to
Yes.
grow. But
Yes. And everybody got their own pace of growth, and
yeah,
fully
yeah,
understanding that I can't rush anybody to growth. Like, they have to do it themselves.
big facts,
You know what I'm saying?
big
I'm
facts.
only here to remind them of the mission, but I'm not here to teach them or tell them what to do. I'm just here to remind them of what to do.
That's
You
all,
know
and
what I
that's
mean?
that's
You
all, and
heard?
that's it. I
That's
ain't
it.
trying to enforce anything on anyone. You
No,
know.
and please don't let me impose on your party. You heard me?
Mhm, mhm.
For real.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
I
Yeah.
respect your party if it works for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. And that shit, that knowledge shit don't, it don't matter. All that shit don't matter unless you apply it.
No.
That's what I found out. I found out
Yes,
no
sir.
none of that shit matter for real. It only matters if it matters in your world. If you can take it in for you and if you
Yeah.
apply it. Other than that, it really don't matter. It only matters who it matters to. So
That's why I
Exactly.
it's
say
like
the
you
truth
can
to
know
me
all
is
that.
don't. That's why I said
Yeah.
earlier, brothers, the truth for me is based off of experiences. If I didn't experience it, it's not truth to me. You know, that's
Right.
just my personal, and that's how I choose to go about life. You know,
See, it's kind of like what you learned off that experience. You feel me? Because that's what
I
turned into
said that.
like,
I just said that too, bro. I said that
yeah,
about the experiences, about what you learned from the
yeah, you
experience.
definitely
I said
said that
that.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the spell of that because you definitely said that. It's like, yeah, it's like what you learned on the experience. That's what's going to turn
Right.
the wizard because it'd be a
Cause you
lot of
can
old
experience
heads.
some shit, bro,
Yeah,
but you might not have learned anything from them
shit.
fucking experience. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah. And do the
Mm-hmm.
same thing over and over again and teach
Over
that
and
shit.
over. Repeat,
Mm-hmm.
repeated cycle.
Mm-hmm. That's what it's really about, really teaching for real. That shit crazy, bro.
But you know, everything ain't for everybody, and you know, it's not gonna resonate with everybody, but it's gonna hit somebody. As long as it hit that somebody gonna spread that knowledge on to the next. So we plant seeds, bro. You know, we plant seeds and continue to grow. You know, that's why I respect the movement that y'all brothers got going on down there. You know, and like I said, me coming from that area, you know, I accept that in a different way. You know, because I wanted to put the footwork in down there. But like I said, I didn't run across anyone that was on the same level of thinking that I was at that time, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, shit, maybe I can't do it there, but I'm just going to accept what the universe sends my way. And a lot has been sent my way, and the work has definitely been done on the ground. You feel me? And I realized, you know, what my path was like, because it was a lot of young brothers. I'm talking about 10 on up. You know, I was just working in a group home, you know, with so-called troubled children, troubled kids, you know, and these are some of the most smartest brothers I've ever met in my life. You know, to hear these young brothers speaking and thinking the way that they were, I'm like, okay, okay. All right, it's meant for me to be here. Now I know. Now I know. Now I know. Cause he already feel that way. I'm here to guide him. Let him know that what you're saying ain't no facing about behind that. But it was a young brother. He was 10 years old. You know, a little man Dante and shit. One of the first residents at the group home I was working at. And this young brother was so intelligent, you know, but they say that they have these so-called mental illness, the ADHD or you know whatever they try to put on our peoples and shit. But I be looking like, man, these motherfuckers, they know more than what y'all know, you know. So y'all try to put these labels on them, but they children and they have an understanding of shit that you don't have an understanding of as a grown ass woman or a grown ass man. So you know. I go off of what makes sense to me. But
Like them autistic children,
yeah, yeah,
geniuses.
yeah. Shout out to my little bro Tyshawn. You know, man, listen, like smart as hell. I'm like,
Genius.
man, y'all think this boy don't know, man? He know exactly what he's doing. What are y'all talking about? You know, he be watching shit on his tablet, cause that was his thing. If you take his tablet away from him, he gonna become a workout artist out here. I'm trying to tell you, like, and he was kind of big too, right? So it was like, if you're a certain staff, man, you ain't gonna be able to handle yourself if that situation go down. But but he'll always show me everything that he watch on his tablet and shit. I'm like, okay, and repeat a lot of what's being said. I'm like, man, this man ain't stupid. Ain't nothing wrong with him. What are you talking about? If he can watch this and understand this and repeat that, like, what are y'all talking about? All right. All right. I understand. I understood my mission, same way I'm understanding the mission right now. Even me being at this job on this slave ship, you know, the young brothers that attach themselves to me, and I'm talking about even the Mexican brothers, that barely understand English or whatever. They be watching shit like, bro, I was staying in the middle of our work area because we work outside. I work in a lumber company, and I was staying in the middle whenever the sun is out. I'll go from out the little joint that we be under and go stand in the sun and just look up at the sun. But when I look back, everybody looking at me. Like, they look at me as this weird nigga and shit. Like, what the fuck is he doing? So every time they ask me that, I'll be like, all right, y'all all be asking me where I get my energy from when I come to work. Like, I'm the only one that be super energized the fuck up on the early morning tip. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Same fucking energy. So they be trying to figure this out because they all be under the influence shit. Some do coke, whatever. I'm not one to judge, but they was trying to figure out where the fuck I got mine from, to the point they was asking me, do I do certain drugs and shit? Hell the fuck no, not that shit. But I say, so y'all ask me where I get my energy from, right? That's where I get my energy from. When y'all see me coming up here, out here, and I stand out there and I look up at the sun, that's where I'm receiving my energy from.
Right.
That's why I'm able to perform the way that I do on this fucking line. And that's what it is. But of course, they don't have a clear understanding of that yet. You only get those clear understandings when you experience things. Yeah. So everything
Well,
that we be
so-called
saying,
white folks will never be able to experience that. They
no,
got a shit out of luck.
no, not at all.
But I
Not
don't
at all.
want to interrupt. All right, so I appreciate you for having me. So AB, yeah, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm trying. We gotta link up again, y'all. On
Word.
TikTok,
For sure.
on this again.
Hey, yo, follow me on Instagram. Abiyah Shaw.
I'll
You know
be
what I'm
out.
saying?
Yo, send it to me, bro. Send
I
it to me,
I'm
Chief.
gonna send it.
Word.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
what I
gonna
was
send it
about
to
to
you.
say. I was about
Yeah,
to
send
say I'll
it.
send it to you and shit, bro. For sure. I can't
Yo,
even
for
get his
sure.
name. Every time I had to
Brother
hit that nigga in
AB.
the
Get
DM,
brother
like,
AB, yo. Brother AB,
well,
yo.
Right,
brother
but nigga, I
AB.
gotta follow you, so I don't know how to follow you. I can't. You gotta send that to
No,
me.
I got you. I
Yeah.
got you, bro. I got you.
All right, brother AB, bro. All right, Big Chief, bro. All right,
I
God.
appreciate
So,
you, my brother.
Appreciate it.
yes,
Yes,
sir.
peace, God.
Yes,
Peace.
sir.
Hey,
Chief.
let them know where they can follow you at again, though, brother. Oh, I see
Follow me
they
at
come.
Lakewood Outreach Community Center. Jackie Wright Foundation on YouTube. Uh, Follow my father on Facebook, Larry
I'm about to say
Cantwell.
much love to Unc.
Yes, heck yeah. Follow
Okay.
Tandea Family on Instagram. Follow East Miami Main Street on Instagram to see the work, man. So let's keep growing. Let's continue to grow. Let's build.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
Shout out to my down the hill brothers and sisters. You hear me? I'm a DTH down the hill ass nigga. Not
DTH,
the D,
right?
not the DD, not the DDH. I'm a DTH down the hill ass nigga. You hear me? They know the difference though. Love is love, man. I appreciate y'all brothers, bro. For
Yes,
sure,
sir.
Yes,
man.
sir. Peace, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Big Chief, not the little one. You heard
You
me?
know the vibes, tribe. You
Can't
know the
make this shit
vibes,
up,
man.
man. You can't make
Can't
this
make
shit
this
up.
shit up. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Peace, God.
Hey, I'm gonna do the closing out, man. I appreciate everybody that came through. Shout out to my brother. Damn, fucking. God damn. Shout out to my brother PeedaMan and shit. Shout out to my brother. I'm gonna say Chief AB. I'm gonna say
Yes,
Chief
sir.
AB. You heard me. That's gonna be the new thing right now. That's Chief AB. You might as well go ahead and change your shit to Chief AB out there. Fuck are they talking about, man? But shout out to my brothers, man, for coming on my platform and extending their voices to the universe, you know, cause that's what it's here for. You know, to give my brothers a chance to, you know, extend their voices to the universe and spread their knowledge based off of their experiences of life. There's no judging going on around here. Nobody's wearing no black capes and we don't hold no hammers in our hand. You hear me? Like, okay, you know, this is how men conduct themselves, you know, for those who don't know. You know, this is how real men have conversations. You know what I'm saying? If y'all never had any knowledge towards what a conversation is, we just showed y'all. We just showed y'all. You know?
Big.
So shout out to my brothers, man. You know, much love. Shout out to everybody that pulled up, locked in. Shout out to my brother Chief T Money. Shout out to my goddess, Aquarius goddess. Shout out to the brother Abraham. Shout out to my brother PeedaMan. Shout out to my brother Chief AB, you know, for pulling up. Y'all know the vibes, man. This was I Can't Make This Shit Up podcast with myself, Big Chief, not the little one, Jita Starflower, melanated god of love. I am here to break chains. I am here to break cycles, and that I shall do. You hear me? Shout out to my goddess, Aquarius goddess, my 3 young star seeds. Shout out to my tribe, big MRMWRW tribe. You hear me? Shout out to all the tribes, the nations, everyone that's putting the footwork in and the work outside of the footwork as well. You know, meaning those who are using these social media platforms to speak their truths and spread their messages through the universe. Shout out to y'all as well. You hear me? Sometimes you got to be an owl, an eagle, a hawk. And sometimes you got to be a lion, a wolf, a bear. If y'all get that. You hear me? Love is love, man. But y'all know I'm going to close it out with my own music. You know, we doing our own thing. Y'all got to hear this, though.
It's a whole lot of talking. Fuck is they talking about, though? You heard me?
Fuck is they talking
Big
about?
MRMWRW Mafia.
Big MRMWRW.
Come vibe with the tribe.
Come vibe with the tribe.
Kirby, what up, though? I'm breaking it down, ground. I'm working my way up, you're way stuck, get your way up.
You're way
You're
stuck,
looking for
get your
pay,
way
cuz I
up.
want all of my
You're
people
looking
to
for pay,
wake
cuz I want all of my
Sleep,
people to wake
Frank
up.
Ocean, dig,
Frank
peak.
Ocean.
This knowledge and method the weak.
Peak.
Not for the fools, choose. I'm making a break of the rules.
Making a break of the rules.
And see how I'm busting the moves. I wake up like this, blessed. Everything else just a test.
Everything else
was
is a
created
test.
for licking the less. I'm with the gods, yes. Fact, me and Kirby